all these records that we're talking about right now, no one ever talked to me about these records. There was no press until Sing the Sorrow.
Black Sails.
In the Sunset.
Jade's in the band now.
Yeah.
This changes everything. This is like the AFI sound is reborn here.
The AFI sound is born.
How collaborative is this turning point?
Hugely collaborative.
Okay.
Adam and I had known Jade for years, and I knew what a phenomenal songwriter he is. He had his acoustic guitar, and he came with an idea.
Do you remember what it was?
Oh, yeah.
Malleus?
Yeah, it was Malleus. And he played, it was just the chorus, and he had, "We all began to burn." He had that lyric too, so I didn't write that word.
Oh, wow.
That was his. He doesn't get credit for that lyric.
But he didn't go, aha! And that's why you get the credit. Hello, welcome. It's HardLore time. How you doing, Bo?
I'm doing so good. Who do we have today?
Couldn't be a better day. This is a big one, folks. We are joined monumentally by, to put it frankly, one of our favorite vocalists in the history of music across all genres here. This is beautiful. This is a bucket list episode. Mm-hmm. We've been talking about it for years now. Landmark. We've called it this is the season finale, we'll call it.
Yeah.
There will be one next week, but this end of the season. Also technically my second cousin once removed in law.
Yes.
AFI vocalist, Davey Havok.
Hello, gentlemen.
How about that?
Thank you for the illustrious introduction, and thank you for having me.
The least we can do.
My friends, as I told you off camera, speak very highly of you and your podcast,
Thank God.
which I have never watched.
That's good. You're going in blind.
That is good.
So I don't plan on it.
That's good.
So you guys are family.
We are.
I've been a Despair Faction member since 2002.
Come on.
So,
Come on.
you know.
Well, thank you very much.
I didn't join the extended family
it's all-
until 2022, but it's great to be here.
2022. We've been related since 22. Okay.
Pretty cool.
Post quarantine. I think it's pretty cool.
crazy.
I feel fortunate to have that.
We're related on my mother's side of the family, I believe.
I think.
I think it's your father.
No, it's
Oh.
not.
Okay.
Do you know the last names? Can you?
Pissarro.
Oh, what?
I think so.
Is that other side? Well, we can.
Yeah.
We can-
That's okay.
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 Oh, well, then we'll talk about this off
Yeah,
camera.
it's wild.
Isn't that interesting?
It's wild. I know the exact.
Oh, I thought we were Ressas,
No.
but it's Wilkes-Barre, right?
Rochester.
Oh, it's Rochester.
Yes.
What?
Yes. I can break it down. I won't break it all the way down, but my brother's wife, Kyla,
Right.
is your second cousin. Making me second cousin once removed.
Right.
Making me your second cousin once removed in law.
In law.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I also have bloodline somewhere here in Los Angeles.
Okay.
I'm certain of a cousin from the mother side and the Wilkes-Barre side.
Really?
And I had decided when I heard tale
Aha.
of
That was that.
the brothers marrying, I thought it was a different woman.
So there's more out there.
There's others here.
If you're watching.
They're like, this sucks.
Our
This
family.
is so boring.
No, this is fascinating.
How could they care about
No,
this?
this is outstanding. But let's go back in time a little bit.
We
here.
have to go back in time.
Let's go back in time.
Further than that, we're going to go to, can you tell me about finding hardcore and punk in the Bay Area?
I can't believe
California?
neither of you referenced the flux capacitor. Do you do that? Do you
Of
say let's go
course.
back in
Yeah,
time
we
and
do.
then, I mean, do we hear the flux capacitor?
When-
Okay, I'm sorry. What did you ask?
When this baby hits 88 miles an hour.
It's we don't need roads, etc.
Word that.
Could you tell me about finding punk and hardcore
Yes.
in the Bay?
Well, how do you pronounce? Let me try. Ukiah,
Okay,
California.
so you've asked several questions.
Let's go.
Okay.
Within one question.
We do this professionally, by the way.
I'll start with the first question
Yeah.
that you added to and then kind of blurred the
Blurred it.
question.
Okay.
Because the reality is, I found. Here, okay. Buckle in, boys.
I'm ready.
So I was always fascinated with punk rock, really what began that fascination was being a very, very young man, very young in the 80s, and seeing the mall punks. So I was enamored of the style, the aesthetic, looking at those kids hanging out in the mall, which is where the punks hung, in their leather jackets. Of course, I disavowed leather and animal cruelty years ago. These days I prefer apple leather of some sort.
Of course.
But the punks and the death rockers fascinated me, and I was enamored of them, and I thought they looked so cool, beautiful and interesting, but I didn't really know anything about the music. Though at the time, punk had broken. We are talking the early 80s, so we're now working within the second wave of punk rock, and the Sex Pistols has done their thing, so it become so popular that it was part of the zeitgeist of the 80s, enough that someone as young as I was in the 80s was confronted with all sorts of images on television as well. And you had the new wave happening, which is a delicate word at the time, less delicate now, but ostensibly that came from punk at times and didn't. But you had Adam Ant, Grace Jones, Devo in the Honda ads. You had punk videos being played on Night Flight. I discovered it when I lived in Sacramento. And that was the malls. Those were the malls I was going to. Birdcage Walk and Sunrise Mall.
Good mall?
For someone my age, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they were good malls. There was, they had midnight showings of Rocky Horror Picture Show and The Wall. It's where I saw Thrashin' when it came out.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Which, if you have not seen Thrashin', I really encourage you to see Thrashin'. Do you remember who the girlfriend in Thrashin' was? Who the actor was? Sherilyn Fenn. Are you familiar? Are you David Lynch fans?
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So Audrey Horne is the desired young lady by the two rivaling skate gangs in the movie. And of course, you remember who the good guy lead character was? Who that actor was?
So I confused it with Glinting the Cube.
Okay, different. Very different. Very different. Different era.
One was Tony Hawk for sure, but I don't remember.
No, the lead. Okay, so the lead character.
Yeah.
They had pro skaters in probably both movies. I can't speak as much to Gleaming the Cube, but I think the Alba team was in. A lot of the Alba team was in Thrashin'.
Okay.
But Josh Brolin was the.
Yes,
was
I
the
do.
lead.
That's right.
And actually, my good friend Josh Richmond was also in, which is a whole different tale. I lived below my friend's garage up in the Hollywood Hills for many years. During the period of burials, it kind of resulted in burials.
Is this the treehouse?
This is the treehouse. Yeah. So
I've heard about the treehouse.
Yeah, I lived in it. It's called the treehouse. It's not a treehouse.
Oh.
It's beneath the garage, in the trees, in the hills.
Okay.
But I digress. Back to your question. So I was enamored with the imagery, and I wanted to explore the music, but I didn't really have access. I was so young. We're talking like 8 to 10 years old.
Right.
Okay.
I had parental restrictions.
Yeah.
I speak about this frequently, but I remember going to Tower and seeing Sig Sig Sputnik cassettes.
Okay.
Are you familiar?
Not with them.
No.
I am very familiar with Tower.
Oh, okay. So Tower, now almost entirely gone, although I believe there's one in Japan.
Japan, yeah. And it's all K-pop and J-pop.
Tower was from Sacramento. It started in Sacramento. And that was the place to go to get cassettes. And I, as a young boy, again, 8, 10, 11 years old, I would go through the cassettes and I just look at them and imagine what the music could sound like. And, I was restricted by monetary limitations and parental limitations of what I could and couldn't buy. I mean, I was 10, I didn't have a job. Still don't. And, but there was Sig Sig Sputnik and Fuzzbox, and Sig Sig Sputnik was, I didn't know at the time, but to let you know, Tony James from Generation X.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, and so after Gen X, he started this art project, and it was very Warholian. So it was almost performance art, and they were the future of music was the headline, and they looked like a cross between death rockers and Batcave club kids before Avocaletra.
And you're absorbing this at 8 to 10 years old?
Yeah, the imagery.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the
So
future.
I never explained it to you that way at the time.
Yeah.
And musically, when you looked at Six Sputnik, I thought they would be something that sounded like Discharge. Again, I didn't know what Discharge was at the time, but that's essentially what my young brain was doing. But what they sounded like was minimal future techno rock and roll. Are you familiar with Suicide? So it was like Suicide, but more fun and dancey. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, of course.
It's that's what he's playing in the scene in the morning when he puts on the cassette and sneaks out to school.
Okay.
Kind of a minimal analog synth rock and roll.
Everybody walks away from that just knowing the Oh Yeah song.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Yellow.
Right, Yellow.
Nobody took away.
Right, yeah. Sig Sig's in there as well. But that started me on the path, and I did not start listening to it or really have access to punk rock and hardcore specifically until junior high. A little before junior high is when I really got exposed to it through Thrasher magazine. Yeah, my folks got me a subscription to Thrasher magazine in the mid 80s. First issue had Samhain on the cover. It had Glenn Danzig on the cover. Yeah.
With the skateboard.
Yeah.
So how do you get from there to Vegan Straight Edge?
So Minor Threat. Okay. That
many
was,
such cases.
That like many.
Yeah.
Many of my generation, although
For Straight Edge.
But not Vegan Straight Edge. Okay. Well,
we got half, you know.
How much time we got?
We got as much time as you got.
3-4 hours.
So you think. So you go vegan.
Oh, a lot of life. Who knows, man?
Let's see. So the Vegan Straight Edge, the vegan came after the Straight Edge.
Okay.
I heard Minor Threat for the first time, utterly changed my life because I was already of the mindset of what essentially is the fundamental premises of the Straight Edge movement, which was not understanding why anyone would do recreational drugs. It didn't make any sense to me in the community that we were in, premise being that we were very forward thinking and distinguishing ourselves from pop culture. And
there's nothing more pop than
vacuous
a beer.
There's nothing more mainstream than participating in well, there are things equally as mainstream: participating in organized religion, participating in recreational drugs, participating in animal consumption. Gentlemen,
the clip
they asked for it. And it didn't make any sense to me in the context of the culture and in the context of the ideals that the culture was representing. And when I found Minor Threat and I heard the lyrics, it changed me because I was feeling very alone within a community of isolated individuals.
Right.
Wow.
And then I found the tribe within the tribe. And then through that, and through being immersed in the East Bay scene, very specifically, animal rights reached me. The vegan straight edge scene, so in the peak of that, of course, or not necessarily the peak, but it started really burgeoning in '93. Firestorm really spread that message really well, and I really have Earth Crisis to thank in one regard for spreading that message. And I was resistant to being straight edge. I was resistant to being vegan because it was so trendy.
Interesting.
And actually, the gentleman who speaks very highly of your podcast, RJ Limepeter from
Timeless
and Living Eyes. Timeless, the first vegan coffee shop in the nation. He was the one who said to me, it's the right thing to do. Stop being a fucking asshole.
Wow.
Stop not doing it to be contrary. I found it unsavory because I felt a lot of people were using it as an identity, as a means to violence, and didn't actually believe in it, and I didn't want to participate in posturing. And there was a lot of posturing surrounding vegan straight edge at the time.
Yeah. How many of those people from that time that you know of are still vegan?
Very few.
Yeah.
Very few.
How many of them are still straight edge?
Very few.
Even less, right?
Very few. Kind of an equal fall off, I would say. Like,
Sad.
there's very, very few. Most of them are the same people. But yeah, in the Bay, in the East Bay scene, there was literature everywhere. There was anti-fascist literature, and there was animal rights literature, and there was women's rights literature, and the community that we came out of and the club 924 Gilman Street was very actively participating
To this day.
in all of those ethics, and demanding it, really. Like any sort of behavior outside of that would get you banned from the club,
Right.
whether as an individual or as a musical act, which was great. And so I discovered veganism through all of that and that scene, and I eventually made the right decision. And went
Were
to-
you vegan straight edge when somebody broke your nose moshing to Redemption 87?
Yes. No.
Oh, see?
But the person who broke my nose was vegan straight edge.
So it,
Pretty cool.
And he no longer is either, but he is a dear friend, and I love you, Randy.
Good.
It's true. I love him. Very handsome.
it's interesting.
Married, children.
we
Beautiful
spoke
wife,
to-
beautiful children.
Good nose.
Are you guys talking? Good nose.
Yeah.
He's beautiful.
See?
He
moshed harder. That's what that means.
Yeah. I mean, he was purposely breaking somebody's nose, but he didn't realize it was mine. He wouldn't have done it. No, I wasn't. So what? By the way, you misspoke,
Oh,
and it was not.
somebody misspoke.
You thought it was the Redemption show?
Yeah.
I accidentally, in the same milieu, at the same venue, and in the same milieu, dancing to Redemption 87 when they supported the Beastie Boys,
Whoa.
who played a hardcore set.
Okay.
They were billed as Quasar. I broke. Are you reading my stuff, Zach? Is that how you know this?
No.
This is interesting because you've
direct-
asked me.
this is direct tale.
Okay, this is. So I accidentally blackened the bass player of AFI's eye,
Oh.
which I felt very bad about acting the same way.
Hunter or?
Yeah, was that at the time or a Hunter?
No, this was 96. So there you go. So it was
he-
96.
and he
So,
left.
I mean, violence. We were about to shoot. He Who Laughs Last.
Okay,
2
perfect.
days later, we were about to shoot He Who Laughs Last. So I felt especially bad for accidentally blackening his eye by dancing, knowing that he'd have a shiner for the show. But I don't think it shows up on the video. I mean,
Well, we will see. If
we
it
could
does,
check.
here it is. Wasn't that great?
No, it was a shelter show that
Ah.
I got
really?
my nose broken at.
All right.
Yeah, which was probably Bhagavat era mantra.
Sure.
Right.
Definitely.
That'll
Same
do it.
venue though, in San Francisco, oddly, not the East Bay.
Interesting.
The hardcore shows. The hardcore shows were spread all over the place, but when AFI was playing nearly every month, if not every month, at Gilman Street between like 93 and 95, hardcore was a bit ostracized. It was
At Gilman.
It was pariah.
Was it
Interesting.
because of the violence?
Because of the masculinity, and like we're coming off of like also because of all the obvious reasons, to be honest.
Sure. Yeah.
And it only came back around and started. Gilman Street only started having hardcore shows and hardcore matinees around like 96, 97, 98 is when if I may pause for a moment.
Hit me.
You gentlemen do a hardcore podcast.
Yes. Mhm.
We keep using the word hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've said many times.
Can we define it?
Yeah. It's
I would like the 30 something.
Sure.
I would like the mid 30s definition, not to corner you, of hardcore, because it's something I contemplate all
Sure.
the time, because we can go back to its beginnings, which is what most inspired me, and have all sorts of conversations about Los Angeles hardcore and what hardcore did to punk and what it didn't do to punk, and the controversy surrounded it over the years. But how do you guys define it?
I do think in today, I'm afraid that some of the strong messages that you were drawn to
Yeah.
are a little not so much at the forefront. And now it is more about a set of ethics and work ethics and DIY
Well, I was
aesthetics.
talking about ethics.
For sure.
You nailed it with the minor threat discussion, and we've said on record many times that at this point it is more a code of ethics than a specific way a band sounds.
A sound.
Oh,
a
well,
sonic
that's. I mean,
template.
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
A derivation of punk on the further on the outside of society, and that we look at it as like the opposite of the norm always.
The norm. I hate to do this to you.
Hit
The
me.
norm being what? Which part of the norm?
The norm being...
I mean, are we oppositional just for the sake of opposition?
Of course. No. But
Natural opposition. We feel we grow up in a certain way. We look at a certain type of person. We speak to a certain type of person and think, I don't think that I'm like you. And I don't think I agree with you about what you're doing. Like we look at you talk to the average person. When I speak to a Christian person in 2025, I'm in disbelief.
Well, you bring up a very, very important word, because when I think of the history of hardcore, one of the moments and punk rock that I find most unacceptable is the infusion specifically of Christianity into what is termed "quote unquote" hardcore.
Yeah. It's the antithesis of what we are about.
Okay.
And that's very much on
That's
record.
great.
Yeah.
We're out.
But do you
And
feel
that's also
do you
standard.
feel that perception speaks for the majority of
Yes.
people who identify as
No.
hardcore kids?
You don't?
No, I don't. I
Okay,
think the average
not the
person
majority.
would be like, No Innocent Victim has some tracks, you know?
Well-
and I may be like, that's fine. But I fundamentally disagree with
I know.
what they have to say, therefore why would I?
Well, I'm talking about the hardcore. Like, do you like today for modern hardcore? And I'm asking this
People love Zaya.
not because I have some sort of answer that I know
Sure.
and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
hoping
yeah.
to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm just so distant from the world that I grew up in
Yeah.
that I would really like to understand the term in relation to the intention now as opposed to before. And I'm not villainizing or aggrandizing. Well, of course, I'm villainizing Christianity. Anything in specific that I really know about, or if I want to be clear, it sounds like I'm trying to deconstruct something. I'm not. I think hardcore is very important, and I love hardcore. But when I say that word, I just want to make sure that we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about the same thing.
Okay, good. Okay,
One of my favorite examples is a band that is as happy to play some big fest, some big stage, who will also do a last minute show in a basement. And not really think twice about it, not worry about, okay, but are we going to get paid to do that? And that really, truly is very common amongst our peers.
That's cool.
And and that is kind of the biggest thing to me, is kind of the big business aspect, the DIY aspect. Like, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to help other bands and help the community, your scene or whatever? And that's kind of what we've based it around.
What this is all about.
It's what it's all about. It has nothing to do, and there's a reason why Turnstile and Nails and God's Hate
It's all the
could
same
all play
thing.
a show and likely have.
Sonically different, ethically the same at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, sonically, it's so different.
And that's what's so
if
beautiful
we talk
about
about the what is generally considered to be the origins of hardcore, you're going to hear something completely different than what you heard, in '87 versus 80 versus 87.
Negative
versus
approach
97.
to killing time, to Earth Crisis, to
Good.
what?
What?
Turmoil. It's all the same thing,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
How'd you
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
Not at all.
Because it's something that I don't have much opportunity to talk about with people who are well versed.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you care.
I do.
And people are going to be happy that you're curious.
We've
I
been
do.
asked that before, and we have trouble summing it up every time
I mean,
because
it's-
it's
if
kind
you
of
ask-
like you know it when you know it.
If you ask me that, it is difficult to summarize,
It is.
and I didn't mean I am remiss to corner you. But given the conversation,
I gave you this corner to put me in.
okay.
How'd you find your voice before AFI?
Before AFI,
And in AFI? You sound classically trained. I did musical
Colin,
theater
thank
before
you.
singing.
Same.
So there was a little bit of I think I can do that.
Okay.
You said same.
I'm very comfortable. I've always been very comfortable performing since I was very, very young. My mom encouraged me to do Oliver Twist when I was maybe 10 years old in Sacramento. That was my first experience in musical theater and performing on a stage in front of a large group of people. It was also my very first experience of The Show Must Go On. I was febrile. I was so sick.
Oh, no.
And still performed. Now, I was just one of Fagan's kids, I think.
Okay.
You're all probably familiar with the show and what
100%.
that means. I was in the greater cast. I wasn't one of the leads.
Any other musicals around that time that you did, or in your youth?
Yeah, not around that time. So at that time, I was living in Sacramento, and then in junior high, I was in, to answer your question before, that you pronounced that town's name, Ukiah. Ukiah.
First thing.
It's good.
I did a few musicals there in high school. I did some straight plays. I ended up, I was thinking about this the other night when Marky Ramone was playing a Green Day song that I am most familiar with from having done the show on Broadway, which it really took me back. I can't believe it was that long ago, but that was one of the best moments of my life.
Wow.
And I thank Billy for that greatly. I'm all over the place, but that was a dream come true, a dream that I never thought I would be able to access because I spent my life rocking.
Right,
And, you know, I did not have the chops to enter Broadway except through the green door.
I think you have chops.
Well, thank you. But Broadway tests a little harder, but thank you very much. So Colin, I hurt myself back to your question. I was in choir. I was in secular choir in high school and musicals, but I don't know if you know this, but I damaged my voice terribly in AFI, particularly in the late 90s and early 2000s.
I had a question about that.
I had surgery twice because I was singing incorrectly. And to this day, I am very, very careful and very, very mindful about how I sing and technique, and I'm still learning. And that was a traumatic experience, but thank you. Finding my voice, it's funny, I thought you meant my metaphorical voice.
Oh.
You meant my literal voice. I'm still working on it.
Oliver Twist.
I'm still working
surgery
on it.
to now.
Yeah, there's a long path.
Quite the road.
There was a video that I probably downloaded on LimeWire or Kazaa back in the day where you were doing an interview.
Yeah.
You were talking about the beast in your neck.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the monster.
The monster in your neck.
He wasn't on my vocal cords.
Okay.
He was in my neck.
Okay.
And now
Unrelated?
And now he's in Adam's neck. Unrelated. Well, related but unrelated. To be honest, now that you say that, certainly that was in part caused by bad technique. Tensing.
Right.
As you know, we're not supposed to sing from the throat.
Yeah.
And when I was young, and my choir/drama teacher in high school, because AFI started when I was in high school, would scold me for coming back from rehearsals or playing shows and being extremely damaged. And he would tell me, you have to not do that. You have to learn to sing correctly and do what you're doing correctly. And I said, no, if I'm not hurting myself, it means I wasn't doing my job. You guys can relate
people
to
like
that.
it, man.
It's punk rock.
No one liked it. No one liked it. Boy, no one liked it back then.
The band yourself in high school?
Yeah, we named the band. When we formed, it was upon formation.
Okay.
Sitting there in the Tri at that high school 2 hours north of San Francisco. And it was me and Vic and Mark, and we might have named it. We'd have to ask Adam. We might have named it before we enlisted Adam to play drums.
I think that's right.
Okay, I think that's right too. I think that's right too. I think we went to Adam with the name, and we wanted the band to be an acronym because
what inspired that?
TSOL, DI, RKL, MDC, DRI.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about changing
FOD,
the meaning of the acronym? Much like MDC?
Yeah. I mean, we would fuck with it a lot. If you wrote to AFI, if you look at, I think the first up through Very Proud of You, I think. Maybe it's switched again at Shut Your Mouth, but you would write send a self-addressed stamped envelope for a free patch or sticker to asking for it.
Asking, right.
Yeah, anthems for insubordinates people would throw around.
Anthems for insubordinates. That's a good one.
Yeah. When I, this is appropriate. When I first met Jimmy Gestapo, I think Craig or Lou or Pete introduced me, and they said, this is Davey from AFI. He said, AFI, what's that? Agnostic front impersonators? I like you, kid. You got smiling eyes. Jimmy's probably watching.
Jimmy G. New York Hardcore Tattoo is watching for sure.
I don't know that I've ever told anyone that before.
That's incredible.
That's a good story.
Go. Breaking news.
Agnostic front impersonators.
That was at the Ritz, I think.
Of course it was.
I think that was at the Ritz.
So let's talk early AFI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam's in the band from the jump.
Yes.
So it's you two.
Yeah.
You've got this beautiful lifelong
Where the
thing
rider
together.
dies.
Is AFI your first band?
No.
Oh.
Not technically.
Okay.
Are you sure you're not reading my Substack?
I swear to God.
This is wild, because this is what you're asking me until I started this writing project that I do, which is cueing the past, memories of the past. So the more I work on it, the more it cues things.
Okay.
And I had remembered something that I'd forgotten, which was having had a band that rehearsed 2 or 3 times in Catholic junior high school.
Oh.
That was, the intention was for it to be a heavy metal band.
Wow.
Yeah, we rehearsed 2 or 3 times. The goal was to play the Catholic school talent show.
Okay. So Megadeth.
Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue.
Ah.
Not
Oh,
Megadeth.
okay.
Megadeth was brand new at this point. Oh, in fact, someone in the band had a Megadeth t-shirt, not I. But yeah, Megadeth was happening, but we weren't.
Not for you.
Not even close. Oh no, it was.
But
But we weren't.
I see.
I mean, these gentlemen are probably very talented.
Yeah. But chop-wise.
They probably have chops now, or who knows? Oh, I'm really
You're fine,
fucking
don't worry.
shit up.
You're fine.
You're doing great.
Don't worry about it.
I was touching the mic.
Who cares? It'll sound funny.
Okay.
So let's talk early AFI. Because you said you were playing Gilman or surrounding areas 93 to 95 once a month.
Yeah.
So that would be pre-answer that?
Yes.
You're forming your teeth locally.
Yeah. Okay. So we formed in 1991 in that town, which
Good
is
year.
2 hours away from.
Me too.
You formed in 1991 as well.
Yeah.
Yes, embryonically.
Yes.
We formed musically in 1991, and we were desperate to play Gilman Street because that's where we would go to see shows every weekend. We would drive 2 hours back and forth from this town to Berkeley to go to 924 Gilman Street, and that's where we wanted to play. Again, I could talk on and on about this for hours, but it wasn't until I'd moved there in 1993 that we really started getting shows. And at that time, I lived there, in 93, I lived there, and Adam lived in Santa Cruz, and Mark lived here. Not here, but in Pomona.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Even
he
further.
he was at Harvey Mudd, but in 93, but we would rehearse. We'd come together and rehearse and play shows.
Hell
So
of a
it
track.
was more, we were definitely playing in 93 quite a bit, but it was 94, 95 that everyone lived in the Bay, and that's when we were playing a lot in our local scene, which was really a great time.
Yeah.
I was the flyer boy for Gilman Street. I hung the flyers, which allowed me entry into all shows.
Have you been there lately?
No, I'd like to. I'd
awesome.
like to go there.
The ethics are the same. You know,
That's cool.
The vibe's
Awesome.
beautiful.
That's
it's
cool.
still
I
the
know.
best.
I know a lot has changed about
Yeah.
it. I was going to point out that back then there were only shows Friday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there was no Toast. You know
Yeah, no
Ryan
Toast,
from
yeah.
Living Eyes. He showed me that he has a piece of the wall,
Ooh.
or maybe a door, they removed a door and put in double doors.
Oh.
So on the side. So I know that that's different. I've never seen that.
Probably the office doors or something.
No. It's the doors that you would use to load
Like
in
load
and out.
out.
Oh, the side one.
And
yeah.
now it's a double
Of course.
door, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That's new to even us. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a recent thing.
Good for them.
Okay.
We
yeah.
both played there a
It's the
handful of
best.
times.
It's still the best.
still
Yeah, I'm so grateful for having come from that community for countless reasons. And once I was literally part of the collective, that's when we started to grow the fan base pretty quickly.
The guy from Gilman, the flyer boy from Gilman's band.
You gotta-
we gotta,
yeah.
you gotta check him
You
out.
gotta
Yeah,
see.
it's Davey's band. We all knew each. It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds trite, but everyone knew each other.
Of course.
Everyone would come to most all the shows. Certainly, a lot of people didn't like us, as many do, just like us now, for various reasons. But there were more who did.
Okay, that's good.
So Answer That was 95.
Answer That was 95.
Co-produced by Tim Armstrong.
Okay. Yes. That's a bit of an exaggeration on our part.
Sure.
Tim.
You're psyched, you know?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was kind of Tim to allow us to give him that to give him that
Little
credit.
rub.
Like
Gotcha.
yeah, Tim stopped by. Tim made the mistake of stopping by to Art of Ears once or twice. Now, if I'm remembering this incorrectly, and Tim Armstrong says, "No, I did all this work." Yes. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure he was kind enough to say, can we give you a production credit? I forgot about that entirely.
Oh, wow.
But what I did not forget about was Rancid's participation in helping us over and over again.
Yeah, they're singing on records. And
They gave us our the first time we ever got on the Gilman Street stage was at a Rancid show that we were not booked on.
Wow.
And so
HardLore.
good shit.
That's what we call HardLore.
So yeah, that's true. It's not even lore, it's hard truth.
So
Yeah.
did your mom really not let you have a mohawk?
Yeah, definitely not. But that's about my brother.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so this is the first person perspective of my little brother who's 8 years younger to the day.
I've met him
To
as
the
well.
day?
Yes, you
Very,
have.
very kind.
Wonderful man.
very kind.
Way better than me.
To the day.
To the day.
That's fascinating.
That's beautiful.
To the day.
Was
yeah.
he listening to the Misfits every single day?
No, that was artistic liberty.
Okay.
I mean, he was by proxy. He was so that lyric.
Did you know that his brother is my second cousin once removed? You know?
I think I've heard about that for like the last week.
Pretty cool.
Since we're doing the dive into the profound lyrics of Mohawk,
Hit me.
as well as possibly others of the time, the lyric on that initially was, I think the opening line is, I may be 10 years old, right? Initially it was 8, because when the song was written, he was 8.
Oh.
So by the time the song got tracked 2 years later,
Yeah.
I nudged it to 10 because I felt it was more accurate.
Thank
But
God
he-
it's a single syllable, you know?
he was
11 would have really ruined that.
Yeah, he might have been 11, who knows? And I was just like, we got to use a single syllable.
unacceptable.
I don't think so. I think he was actually 10, and I was listening to the Cramps and the Misfits
Every single
as
day.
I still am.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
It's a completely different sound, different attitude.
Yes. yes.
How do you ever revisit it? And what are your thoughts, if so?
No, and yes. I revisited something off of that record, certainly recently, yes.
Oh.
I can't remember exactly which, but I can assure you I have, because AFI is about to go on tour.
Yeah.
Oh.
And when AFI tours, AFI selects our set list from a cache of, this time I think 72 songs.
Lordy,
Holy
lordy.
hell.
Last time was 62 songs.
20, shoot, 70, you said 72? 28
70.
more, you're syndicated.
72. 28 more were syndicated.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's bump it up.
I mean, we might actually have more than that at this
Oh, okay.
point, to tell you the truth.
I
There's a
mean,
couple that have gotten pushed in
some
and out.
some
but,
great B-sides, you know.
there are some B-sides. Yeah, there are some B-sides. I
We'll
don't know
get to
about
that.
great, but there are some B-sides.
I'll tell you about some great ones.
Yes. So sometimes when I have to, I do.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
But just in general, I'm not one to listen to.
Nostalgically.
Yeah.
No, I'm just not one to listen to music that I make recreationally.
I get that.
However, if we're going to jump to now, I have been effusive with my poor friends who have to hear me talk about this. My relationship to the new AFI record is starkly different in that regard, and I've been trying to parse exactly why and how I'm feeling about it and what it means to me. But part of it is the way that I listen to it it's a different experience than I've ever had before.
How so?
With listening, it's hard to explain.
You just have an actual natural desire to just put it on.
When I put it on, it feels. Oh, this sounds outrageous. There's a metaphysicality to it, which I relate to it in this way that is.
Is it like both, out of body?
Yeah,
like
both
I made
external
this?
And internal. It's hard for me to say because lyrically, it is so very much who I am and my perspective. It is entirely that. I suppose that it speaks so profoundly well of how I relate or am unable to relate to these utterly surreal and dystopic times that it also takes it away from myself.
Interesting.
It's odd. It's hard for me to explain, but what that results in is a listening experience is very different for me, and me enjoying listening to it every time I listen to it to rehearse for rehearsals, which are coming up.
And normally, you record something. By the time it's mastered, you're like, I cannot
want to hear it again.
I can't hear that again. Yeah.
Well, Colin, you bring up a very practical point to my relationship with this album. And the way that AFI records in modern times, I don't spend near the amount of times listening to the songs as traditionally.
Maybe Jade would have to.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Exactly. Whereas in the past, you're right. Definitely in the 90s, I will have heard those songs so many times. And that even works into the early 2000s. You hear it over and over again. You never want to hear it. So there is just a freshness in that regard because a lot of
that's got to feel that.
It's good. Nice. It does when I like it, which is all the time.
Good. So after Answer That and Stay Fashionable.
After Answer That and Stay Fashionable.
This is when Nitro Records
now we're
going to
see the dawn.
Yeah.
You can stop me. Because I mean, if we're just right now after Answer That and Stay Fashionable and we're going to keep going, you can stop me if you can interrupt me. We don't want to talk about that anymore.
I want to start.
Okay, so after Answer That and Stay Fashionable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nitro Records comes along.
Right. Yep.
Very proud of you. It's coming up next.
Yeah.
Hunter joins the band.
Huge.
Well, not right away.
Does he join after that's tracked?
Hunter joined Hunter toured on Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes, which is the second Nitro release and the third AFI record.
Right.
And it was after that tour that that Hunter joined the band.
I see. I have just wrong information.
Mine's right, so it's okay.
It's okay. But yeah, go on.
Very proud of you. Tell me what, when I say those words to you, what comes to mind?
Well, it was our first Nitro release, and the owner of that label very much insisted that we have a producer, whereas before we did not technically have a producer, despite Tim's credit.
Right.
However, if one were to point at someone who was producing, it would have been Andy Ernst, Andro E. of Art of Ears fame, who recorded all the Lookout records.
Yes.
That's an exaggeration, but many of the Lookout records, many of the most well-known and revered Lookout records were recorded by Andy Ernst, which is why we went there.
And you worked with him until 2000?
We worked with him a lot. Yeah, we even, Adam would better answer this question. It does start to blur a little bit, but I think we recorded some tracks with him on Crash Love. I think.
Really?
Wow. I don't think they made it, but I think it was our hope that they would have. But
That's
I
very
think we
cool.
tracked them a little bit on Crash Love. And he was really vying for us. He was going to Larry Livermore, which we really wanted to be on Lookout Records because that was our scene. That was the community. But Larry wouldn't have us. And we ended up signing to Nitro. Chris at Nitro Records liked AFI. The record labels did not like AFI. No one really wanted to sign AFI.
So Nitro was like, I guess.
Chris
On your end.
Chris was the one who went to the owner and said, we have to sign this band.
Wow.
And he really believed in us, and we signed to Nitro, but the owner wanted us to have a producer. And so it was the first time we worked with someone who we weren't really familiar with, and we were sent to a different studio than the Art of Ears with a different engineer and a producer. Oddly, it was still in Hayward. Do you know where Hayward is?
Yeah.
So it's bizarre.
Yes, I do actually.
That
Just there.
we still recorded in Hayward, which is not near Berkeley or Oakland.
Right.
I mean, yes, it's closer to Berkeley and Oakland than it is Los Angeles, but it's like way past the trains. Like the trains don't, it's past the end of the line. And so I remember that. And
So did the producer aspect paint a negative picture to the recording experience?
I mean, we weren't thrilled with how it sounded exactly. We liked the sound of the previous record more sonically. Our bass player at the time was insistent on putting all of those tracks, I can't tell you which they are, but all of the tracks that appear on Very Proud of Ya that had previously appeared on 7 Inches, the rest of us didn't want to put on the record.
Yeah, and then you love doing that.
No, we don't.
You love recording these incredible songs and letting them exist on
Yes.
EPs.
I love doing that.
That.
Yes, that I
And
love.
that's like that you are so physical media minded, and as a physical media guy, I love that. But then you have all these people that don't know that synesthesia exists. You know?
Ironically, that's fine. I don't ever want to sing that song. It's too high.
It is high.
Ironically, the same gentleman who was insistent on putting all of those songs on that record, on the CD that we had previously recorded in the new recorded versions, he too, I can't speak for how he feels now, but I would be shocked if he didn't really value, as he did then, the physical product and the exclusive music, and you can only go here to the 7-inch to get a song, and if you can't get it there, then you can't get it. Now, obviously, technology has really ruined everything with this, but
you're thinking like Smiths minded, you know, you got people where they have
Correct.
these unbelievable
That's exactly
B-sides.
right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Exactly
I
right.
love to hear it.
That's where we're coming from, and I can't shake that. Like, I really enjoy that. Like, actually, there's a song that we recorded that is not on the upcoming AFI, and I keep fantasizing about
How to get it out there.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, and
and Jade and I have talked about it a while, but I'm not sure that I don't think I think not everyone is happy with the song, so it probably won't ever happen. Yeah.
But it's nice to know that you have a fan base that you can stick a song 20 minutes after silence on a record, play it live, and
they find it.
And they know it,
yeah.
yeah.
I'd forgotten about that until recently when I had to review said song to make sure that I know it, which I did.
Me too.
I did. We both know it. Can you sing it?
I'll try.
All right. If you're there, it's yours.
All right.
You did a music video for He Who Laughs Last.
That's correct.
Black eyes and all.
I've wanted to ask you about this since I was a teenager.
Okay.
Why the Goodfellas quote?
Big fans.
Just because.
We love Goodfellas. We love those movies. The work ethic. That's what was going on. The Reservoir Dogs. I mean, we were and are very inspired by cinema, by those films, by Tarantino, by Scorsese, by now. I mean, if you look at the current song, you hear David Lynch references in it. The inspiration of different forms of art is something that we've always, been lucky to have. Like we take from all different art forms and are moved to create, and so we decided to do the homage to Goodfellas.
And apart from, I'll talk about the narrative in it a little bit, but apart from that, there's live shots that feature stage diving and dancing and people X'd up. How intentional was it to put this aspect of our thing, onto the music video, or was that just natural? Was that a show? And that's just...
it was both. The intention was to create a live show and to capture the live show, and that's what the live show looked like at the time. However, this has been discussed before, but we'll discuss it again now. That video shoot was at the Berkeley Square, which was a great venue, which was where a lot of the hardcore shows were happening at the time when Gilman Street, they weren't happening as much there. Also, so Gilman Street, you weren't allowed to play at Gilman Street if you were on a major label.
Correct.
So
they dropped that a couple times, you know.
Well, now it's
it's different.
We can't even get into that. I mean, and like people, but at the time, that meant something. Although ironically, even then, it was very difficult to define. Everyone was like, "How do you define a major label?" Well, if you're owned and distributed by a major, then it's a major. And then someone says, "Okay, but the definition is in the word is in the definition."
Right.
Like, what are we doing? What is a major?
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress. So bands would play the Square. A lot of small bands who happen to have major label distribution or were on a major label, you know, would play the Square. I saw Crash Worship there and Thrill Kill Cult there. Crash Worship used to play Gilman Street, but like the Industrial Acts would be there.
Sure.
Babyland would go both places. Anyway, they allowed us to do the video shoot there, and it was a free show. It was a free video shoot, but in '96 we weren't that big. We weren't big enough to really pack the Berkeley Square. Certainly not on a Tuesday afternoon.
Sure.
I think maybe it held like 700.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think. But we had free pizza. So there was like free soda and free pizza as provided by the director.
Yeah.
Easy.
And that's right. So all these people came who, like, I remember seeing crust punks and, you know, anarcho-punks there who definitely hated us. And they would come and eat pizza and they left.
I believe RJ considered himself paid with pizza to be at this show.
Paid by pizza.
Paid by pizza.
Yeah, okay,
Paid via pizza.
Yeah, fake fan. But you can see him.
Yeah, big time.
You could see RJ and Jeremy, another person who speaks very highly of you guys. Jeremy Lux from Dispute, flying through the air. But what I want to be clear about is that those gentlemen were diving into 100 people.
Oh, wow.
So
Kind of scary.
I'm very, very dangerous behavior.
Yeah.
Very, very, very dangerous.
It looks awesome.
It does, and they did great, and I'm ever grateful for that.
Also, my first band with the drummer of Harm's Way is my best friend, my Adam.
Oh.
We started bands in his garage.
Adam's in your band.
And the first name was File 13, named after yourself.
Get out.
Yep. That's what
Isn't
it's
that
called.
nice?
Isn't that nice?
And here we are. You know?
Okay, I'm going to need you to read something after this.
I certainly will.
I'm serious. After this, you're going to have to sit with my phone, and you're going to have to read something for like 4 minutes.
Okay, no problem.
Easy.
Okay.
Jade is on backing vocals, so I'm very proud of you.
That's right.
He's just peripherally there the whole time.
I mean, I wouldn't call that peripherally.
Well, I mean, he's there, but he's
he
not.
was very involved in the gang vocals. In fact, Jade Puget will tell you that doing vocals on that record, I've heard him say this many times, raised his voice. He said he damaged his voice so bad doing those high backing vocals, but afterwards he had a bigger range.
That's a miracle.
I think so.
That's
I
crazy.
think so.
You're welcome.
I think so. So Jade Puget, as
Yes.
you probably know, was in a band called Loose Change,
Okay.
which is the band on the flip side of the first AFI 7-inch Dork.
Dork, yes.
So Adam and I had known Jade.
Jade.
Had known Jade
44, you know.
boy,
Yeah.
since we were in high school.
Okay.
So the connection was always there.
Always.
And it never dawns on you to just have him included before
Yeah, be a 5-piece at some
before
point.
not being a 4-piece?
No. No.
Couldn't disrupt the symmetry.
It never would have crossed our mind. Two guitars wasn't at the time something that
wasn't a
would
thing.
make any sense for the type of music we were
I mean, to
playing.
this day, you feel that way. So
Well, to this day, we definitely do not need another person, but I think, I mean, Jade layers guitars. Modern AFI music
sure.
is
Yeah.
far more
but even
layered
live,
than...
I mean,
He's all over the
he
place.
knows what he's doing.
Another guy
is-
would just get in the way.
Yeah.
I say this, I've said this multiple times, but it's always true. He is one of the most talented people I've ever met. He's unbelievable.
He's one of the most talented people I've never met. I call him.
Like Martin Gore.
Exactly.
See,
You nailed
Yeah.
it. You always nail it.
very similar.
Shut your mouth and open your eyes.
Okay, 1997.
This is
Now Hunter's in the band.
Now
for real.
Hunter, well,
After the tour,
after
right?
the tour,
tracked
man.
the record.
Okay.
Hunter tracked the record, but officially became a member after the tour.
Okay.
Okay.
Hunter was in the Force.
So 3 out of 4 of the current AFI lineup are now we're
Correct. Now we're here. Yeah.
here. So you get Hunter in, are you feeling like this is my guy?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
Very much so. Hunter was so good, is so good. Again, a talent. I mean, the musicianship of that man, he can play. He plays.
It's crazy.
He plays everything, and he's. Play this. Yep.
And Adam's
You know.
really good too. We wanted to clarify.
Of course, of course. We're talking about new members.
Yeah, no, right.
We're talking
Adam's
about the new
always
guys.
been good. And
Not
that's
talking
the
about
whole-
the new
ones.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very clear when we were touring with Hunter. I mean, honestly, like how that went down was Hunter was in the Force. My really dear friend Matt Wedgley, who was Wedge Records, put out the Fly in the Ointment 7-inch.
Okay.
We were really close friends, and we knew him from the Circus Tents. We used to cover this hardcore band from Grass Valley called the Circus Tents, made famous by Billy Joe Armstrong in the Gilman Street days, having their sticker on his guitar.
Okay.
Probably, I
do
saw him play that guitar.
You know the guitar,
Yeah,
right?
I know the guitar.
It's that guitar.
He whips it out for one song
Okay.
on the at all the stadiums.
Yeah, you could probably spy the Circus Tent sticker still if
Cool.
you
The
look
Gilman
for it.
one is like front and center right
Have
there.
you ever heard the Circus Tents?
No.
Try to find it.
Okay.
It's
Here it is.
really great. Matt went on to do The Force, also a really fantastic hardcore band that had Hunter in it. Now, I actually, one of my greatest regrets, the way that I handled the situation, like I don't have a lot of regrets in life, but one of my regrets in life was how I handled the Hunter situation. I told myself what I knew wasn't true. I told myself that the way that my friend disparaged his own band and said it was a fake band and didn't matter, I told myself that that was true. And I knew that wasn't true. So I didn't talk to Matt before we asked Hunter to join the band. Now I know Hunter is his own man, and that's a different conversation.
Sure.
But I knew I should have brought it up to my really close friend at the time. And so we asked Hunter to join the band, and he said yes. And I was telling myself what I told Matt when he called me and broke up with me. Rightfully so, that Hunter said he could do both. And he's like, fuck you, man. You know this is going to break up the band. Fuck it. You broke up my band. And he forgave me.
Okay.
Good.
But that was a life.
That's not fun
I've
to
never
hear.
done anything like that. I've never done anything like that before nor since. And I
haven't-
knew it was
you haven't
wrong.
needed to.
I knew I was wrong at the time. What'd you say?
You haven't needed to.
Maybe I have, and I
thankfully.
chose not to.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is it true that while tracking Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Eyes, you bloodied your hands from...
Oh, all the time.
You do that all the time?
Yeah, that's really frequent. I historically keep my nails pretty long. They're not quite so long right now, but when I actually recently, on one of my recent views of the Lost Boys here at Brain Dead
At the beautiful
Studios,
Brain Dead
Fairfax,
Studios patio that we're on right now. Thank you so much for
I
bringing that
recognized that it was the scene where David is reaching out to was it Sam? It might have been one of the Frog Brothers, but they had just killed Marco, and they're running, and he reaches out into the light, and his hand catches on fire because it hits the sun, but you can see his beautiful long nails.
Is it Alex Winter in that scene?
Alex is dead.
Oh, Alex.
That's
yeah,
Marco.
he gets
Marco
got in
killed.
the kitchen or something?
No, Marco gets killed in the cave.
Oh, that's on.
And we're in the cave. We're in their stinky sleeping place.
Oh,
their
yes,
coffin. This
you
whole
get-
thing is
yes.
a coffin.
That's right.
So, but you see Kiefer Sutherland's beautiful long nails there then in 1987. From then on, I did my best to have beautiful long nails. If you look back at certain periods of photos or something, you can see those are all my real nails.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And that's all Kiefer.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything comes from somewhere.
David. I mean, I said Kiefer, but I mean, Kiefer probably didn't keep long
David.
nails. They were probably fake nails, actually,
yeah,
come to think about
Probably.
it.
Wanted to ask you about that, about,
Fake nails?
in a sense, fashion, your eye for an image and a look. You were always very distinct, I would say, from pretty early days within
Thanks.
the band and on through today. Like, did you... How do I put this? Did you...
Intention. Is it
Yeah,
intention?
what was your intention? Did you present yourself in a certain way to piss people off? Did you do it because you were just doing you?
When?
Yeah. Let's say the first we'll go with like the kind of devil lock look at first. So around this era and a little before, probably.
Give me a year, because people use the word devil lock and I'm not exactly sure which. Like what? Give me a year.
95, 97.
So the Eddie Munster.
There we go.
And the no, I wasn't trying to piss people off at all.
You're just doing
I was just dressing the way that I really preferred to look.
Yeah.
Which the way I've looked has pissed people off since I was able to look the way I want to look.
Right.
It
So
always
you might
has.
as well just...
To this day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you get a sense of enjoyment out of that?
It's fascinating.
Yeah, it is fascinating.
They're calling this cult leader Davey.
Okay. Well, it's funny
like
you should.
that.
It's funny you should say that. Okay, here's something that the public doesn't know, but Jerry Cantrell.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with?
Excuse me, sir. Cut that, Steve.
LIP.
LIP. Live in power,
Yeah,
Jerry.
Yeah.
Staying in Lane. It was Lane's birthday, and
Yeah.
I'm all confused.
Oh, okay.
We were
It's
just
just
talking
his
about
birthday.
it.
We were just talking about it.
So, admittedly, I'm more familiar with Jerry Cantrell, the man, than the legend.
Okay.
And I know very little about Lane,
Okay.
as much as the populace.
singer.
Sure. Yeah, that I knew.
You should check it out.
That I knew. That I knew. I hadn't seen Jerry in a while, a few years, and I was at his house for a function, and I walked in.
Hit me. Send it to me.
I walked in wearing this exact outfit.
This exact outfit.
Exact outfit.
Rapturous applause.
We get the Cantrell treatment.
Exact outfit. Exact outfit. Brain dead shoes. Same accessories. Same caftan.
What did Jerry say?
Jerry said, "Oh man, Davey, it's great to see you, man. You're always changing it up. I love how you look. I mean, what is this? You look like a 60s desert sex cult."
See, he knows.
And it sat with me, the 60s desert sex cult, because I was considering at that point, losing the braids.
Ah.
And that language moved me.
Yeah. That would take the sex out, you know?
I was on, it would take the sex out.
Yeah.
It would take the cult out.
You got to keep
Then
it.
we're just 60s. Desert, all gone.
Yeah.
It takes it all out.
Yeah.
And it sat with me subconsciously. I'm not kidding. I'm not like doing
Thank you,
a bit.
Jerry.
And I was on cardio. And when you're in the flow state, you gentlemen know whether it's music or cardio, things come in and out. And
What's your cardio of
that
choice?
come in at this
these
point,
days?
unless it's embarrassing. Let's not. I'm a walker.
Oh, me too.
I'm a
fine.
fast walker.
The skinniest I ever was, I'm talking, I'd walk by, people would go, "Oh my God, who's that skinny man?"
Who's that wisp?
Just walking.
Walking, yeah. Steps.
18, 20 miles
Walking
a day,
on an
but
incline, not touching the thing is very hard.
It was very hard.
You can't touch the thing,
No, I don't touch it. Yeah, you can't touch the
touch it.
thing.
because then
Where
you're
are
not
they?
inclined.
Are they there?
They're
That's everyone.
okay.
That's you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's you.
And that's you guys?
We're
Yeah.
far one.
Not
over
you
it.
guys. Y'all.
That's
But yeah, that's
the
them.
royal.
y'all folk out there. Y'all folk.
Don't touch the incline.
But yeah, I was on cardio. That language came back to me, and it caused an endorphin reaction, a positive endorphin reaction. And then I recognized that, and I thought, oh, this is where we're at. And this is where we're at.
We got something here.
We really are.
Yeah.
But my looks are intentional. My looks are an amalgamation of artists that have inspired me and looks that have inspired me throughout my whole life, or style that simply appeals to me in one way or another. And we could spend. You guys know Linus Garcia is interesting. He wrote this to me. He said, "You could have a conversation." He's an artist from DC. Who was in a band called Bar Fight. But he did a lot of the AFI artwork for great AFI t-shirts. I think he did an album cover, but he did do a beautiful cover for Son of Sam.
We'll get there.
Look at that.
Okay, we'll talk about that when we get there. But I mean, we could really have a long conversation about style and or fashion and the specific looks, and sometimes it's an act of aggression.
Or rebellion almost.
Hey, fuck you. This is
From
me.
a norm,
You know?
you know?
I would call it aggression more than rebellion.
Even better.
Yeah, sometimes there are like actual statements being made in my mind.
Yeah.
one might be able to theorize on what those are or aren't, but that again would be a very long conversation. But fundamentally, I just really enjoy expressing myself visually.
Yeah.
And visuals mean a lot to me.
That got you into punk, you know?
Correct.
Right.
Like you said, it was the image of those teens that I found enthralling first, and then the music even more so. So it really imparted a lot to me. I was go on.
Speaking of Jade having a crazy high voice, he did the backing tracks on Single Second on this record.
Yes, I mean Jade is on. Is he not on Answer That and Stay Fashionable? I think Jade might have sung backing vocals all the way through to joining the band.
I've got it starting on Very Proud of You, but
Right, but I'm just saying.
You're probably right. I mean, if you guys are looking at the track, but
I'm saying
yeah,
he's singing the Memories, Dull My Senses part, which is
is that him or is that Nick 13?
Oh, the Memories part?
Yeah.
That's Nick.
Okay.
Oh, that is Nick.
That is Nick.
Look at that. So we looked it up because that was always one of those like,
You looked it up, and I told you.
I looked it up and he told me, and he said I was wrong and I wasn't.
Do you have any kind of relationship with Nick and Tiger Army today? I feel
Man, I haven't spoken to Nick or seen him in a long time, but yeah, Nick would come in with Nick, Jade, Fritch, who is our tour manager.
Still.
Currently was our merch guy, but was first on backing vocal duty before he was any of that.
Wow. That's a good pipeline, merch to tour manager.
That's great.
He would come in and do backing vocals. The backing vocals were so high that it demanded people who were rare.
Vocalists.
People who and Fritch was the lead in the high school musical, the first high school musical I was in.
And your ensemble?
Lead. I was kind of a lesser character. It was,
the lead.
Lil Abner.
Oh, well.
Do you know the play?
I know Lil Abner.
So I can't. So I always misname my character, but Fritch was Little Abner.
Okay.
I was the shisty salesman that had an attractive young woman in a shower curtain that I would use to stun people.
Sure.
Her name was Stupefying Jones. I think she was my wife. I was something Jones.
We'll never
I was like
forget.
Freewheeling Jones or something.
Do you have a favorite musical?
Oh yeah, I guess I don't really have favorites
You don't think about
of
it.
things,
Okay.
but I forget that it's a musical. But decidedly, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
musical.
for sure.
Yeah, it made me up.
Yours
Great
is
answer.
Mine's
Little Shop.
Little
Horror.
Shop. Yeah.
Different
Also
horror.
phenomenal.
Yeah. The songs. Suddenly Seymour. I can't think about it right now.
I know. Suddenly Seymour.
I'll sing the whole thing.
I like Tommy.
Standing beside
Tommy would be my only.
I mean, there's so many great, and we're living within the rock and roll musical right now. But I do like, I love I love cabaret. I'm actually going to see and Juliet this week.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah, I'm really, and I think you saw Max Martin songs, right? Are you familiar with Max Martin?
Yeah.
Right? Is it Max Martin? I think so. Which he's
It's not Andrew Lloyd Webber,
he's
so
a
it's got to be
goddamn
Max
hit writer.
Martin, right?
I think they do.
It's one or the other. Yeah. Black Sails in the Sunset.
Oh, hold on. Real
Oh
quick.
God, please.
The Fire Inside EP, which is very important to me.
Okay, thank you. I wonder if you're going to bring up what I just strangely brought up today.
Oh, wow. Let's see. I have a couple things. I studied the layout of this because I was fascinated with it. You're in a
truck.
your rides here.
Yeah.
Rebels.
You're in a straight edge Star Wars shirt.
Okay, yeah. Wow.
I think over a dress or a skirt of some kind. Because something is
Something is
combining your
flowing.
legs. But you're X the fuck up
Yeah.
in a Star Wars straight edge shirt, and it
Yeah.
looks like it's like a floor show.
Yes.
It's awesome.
I think you're correct. I think all of those things are correct.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
Got one.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I think
Just
I really, now that I've never thought about that in years, or haven't thought about that in years, but now that you say it was a floor show, I'm almost certain it was a floor show.
It
Where
looks
it
like
was, I don't know. There's no credit for that. Do you know who did you happen to remember who took the photos?
I did read her name. I did not write it down. I
I
believe
wonder
it
if
was.
it was BJ.
I wonder.
Do you know who BJ Pappas is?
Oh, of course, legend.
Yeah. It might have been BJ.
She took the iconic fisheye stick of it all photo.
Oh,
Yeah.
What a
She's
pick.
what a wonderful woman.
Legend.
Now-
True legend.
On this EP, you covered The Hanging Garden, and you covered Demonomania. I want to use this as a segue to talk about the Misfits with you,
Okay.
but I
I'm
also
gonna derail it though. Watch. Go ahead.
okay.
Not on purpose, but because of.
I like that this is like the ultimate foreshadowing,
Okay.
especially for later AFI. The Cure and the influence, I would say, is pretty apparent.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
for the next stage after this, the Misfits influence is definitely there.
Okay.
I would like to believe.
Yes, of course.
I choose to believe.
Of course.
this.
Of course.
So were you just really feeling those songs at the time, or were you sending a message?
So check it out.
Yeah.
The Misfits are one of the many bands that we would play at rehearsal. We would cover at rehearsal and sometimes cover live for years. Growing up, and when we started the band, we started by playing covers. We didn't start by writing originals. We started by playing covers. We had many Misfit songs in that list of covers that we would do. There, some that we brought to stage were Misfits, Negative Approach. I think the first show that we played, which was comprised almost entirely of covers, I think had Descendants, Black Flag, no Misfits, I don't think.
They were basically it was the floor punch of
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we covered Floor Punch. And so we all, original AFI, love the Misfits, original AFI, love the Cure. There are a lot of bands that we loved that were so distant from anything that we could imagine performing that we never even attempted a cover. With the Cure, by 97, we were feeling a little bit more confident, and we said, let's cover a Cure song. I think I initially suggested, let's go to bed, and we couldn't figure that out. And then maybe it was Mark that suggested Hanging Garden, and I mean, again, you can't miss. And so we decided on Hanging Garden and Neat, Neat, Neat by The Damned.
Oh.
So we went into The Art of Ears, and I often wonder if Andy has any sort of record of this, sonic record of it. But we tried to, the plan was to cover Neat, 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 and we had rehearsed it, and we had thought we were playing it well. But when we went to track it, all of those boys kept saying, this is not it, or this is not sounding right, this is not sounding, and singers like, what?
Yeah, sure.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Just
Like,
do it better.
I didn't even get to, I don't know if I even got to sing it.
You could now.
I would love to.
Andy.
I would love to. But I don't, most likely I never tracked a vocal, especially because vocals were last.
Sure. Yeah.
So we aborted Neat, Neat, Neat during the process, but we wanted 4 songs on the EP, not 3. And we're like, what are we going to do?
We know this one.
Let's cover one of the, what's interesting is I don't think we were covering that at the time.
You just picked it.
Yeah, Mark, I'm pretty sure it was Mark who said, let's do Demonomania, I know it. And everyone's like, all right. And I'm like, Demonomania?
Yeah.
Deep cut on Earth AD.
But
Wolf's Blood.
But we cover, well, no, it's not even that. It's like, we're crushing these ones.
Yeah,
but we play Children in Heat. We
Oh.
play Teenagers.
Yeah.
And there it is. And what I was
Outstanding.
talking about today is that this EP is unavailable to stream,
Yeah, I found that out today.
which is annoying. So I wrote an email about that today.
Oh, good. I have
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Did you get it? I wrote it to you. You didn't open it.
It must have gone to my spam folder.
Okay,
I'm
so
sorry.
if you could do something about that,
I'm gonna look
could
into
you,
it.
like add Neat, Neat, Neat to the record?
Yeah. We'll finish it. We'll get it
Okay.
finished.
How about
Thanks.
this? Shot out of a cannon. Top 4 Misfit songs. Mount Rushmore, your 4 favorite. I know.
Hybrid Moments.
Love it.
Let's see.
That was instant.
Yeah,
It's the
because
best. It's the
that's
best.
easy. That Hybrid Moments.
It's hard to sing. Harder to sing than people think.
I find that one easier
Really?
to
I mean,
sing
you got that
than
beautiful-
something like,
beautiful,
well, thank
sexy,
you,
smoothly
but
buttery rain.
that's more in my wheelhouse than say.
That's
No, the other ones are much higher. Cause
Hybrid's the one where I'm like, the whole thing.
if you're gonna scream with me,
I'm not you, I'll never
will
be
this
you.
blackness never end? Is it higher than? If you're gonna scream with me,
That's it.
will this blackness never end? But compared to like so listen, I don't know, but we played with AFI played with the Misfits, with Glenn,
Right.
a couple of years ago, and that's the first time I've ever seen him. That was the first time, and Glenn's up there, and Adam and I are standing on the side of the stage, and
Yeah.
they play all their songs, which
Every
are
single
all
one.
hits,
Yeah.
Every single
and
one.
Glenn's singing them, and I'm singing along because I know every word to every song, pretty much, I think, and fuck, that is very, very difficult to sing. It's
crazy.
And our guy missed nothing.
Nothing.
Didn't cheat. Wasn't dropping notes. Wasn't dropping words. All that fucking
Yeah.
shit.
And
he
like,
was
you
doing that.
need help with those,
Hi.
Yeah, high.
Hi. But I think that I think the more, I don't know necessarily Night of the Living Dead or Astro Zombies, but that maybe the Walk Among Us world is fucking high. Astro Zombies is great. So is
that's
Night of the Living Dead.
unbelievable song.
I mean, we can do this. Like,
It's unbelievable.
His songwriting is.
I think if they're,
is unparalleled.
I got some theories. Selling Soul, etc. That thing's long gone.
Selling the Soul.
Yeah.
Oh, you think the devil's
Devil's
involved?
all in.
There's definitely a devil.
I think
He's
they
definitely
gave,
involved.
the devil was like, listen, I'm not going to give you anybody else the chops, so you're going to have
It's
to.
just you.
You and Bobby Steele are going to have to make some stuff work for a while.
It's wild, like, to really contemplate the music that he created in the world that he created with that melody in those years, and
like,
is
from
Walk Among Us
what?
an Oi record?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, yeah, right.
Yes. So, but we're not dealing with Blitz, who fucking, oh my God, Blitz is amazing.
Yeah.
But, it's interesting. It kind of parallels Bad Religion
Yes.
in a way
Oh,
on the West Coast, who,
Interesting.
yeah, we should talk about Bad Religion on the Hardcore Show because they
That's
do
my
not
shit.
get the credit
I-
that they deserve.
I've been saying, many.
Been
Oh,
champion.
you do it?
Oh
Okay,
my
good.
God.
Someone should, because huge. That's another band that we could have probably pulled out.
That makes a
there
lot
in
of
the
sense.
studio.
So How Could Hell Be Any Worse was big for you?
Yeah. I mean, we listened to How Can Hell Be Any Worse over and over and over again. What a fucking record. And then, of course, Suffer had just come out.
Yeah.
Not long before we formed. Oh, I guess they
No
were.
Control was.
Yeah. No Control was like right when we formed.
Generator was 91.
Right after. Yeah.
or 92?
Okay, so all right
Yeah.
before.
Wow.
Yeah, we all went to see Bad Religion together.
Oh,
and
Against the Grain too.
we went to see. It was really fun on the Generator tour. Shortly after Generator came out, Epitaph had released that 8084. Have you seen this record
Yeah.
or listened to it? So 8084 is, as you'd expect, songs from 1980 to 1984, all these B-sides and unreleased songs and
Is Into
different
the
versions.
Unknown on that?
No.
Okay.
Or it wasn't on the version that we saw. It was all that early melodic hardcore.
Yeah.
And so when we saw the Generator tour, they were also promoting the 8084 record.
So it was just banger after
So it was fucking crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Generator's probably my favorite record.
It bangs.
I had a conversation with Brett recently where we were talking about hardcore. and
Which
he said-
Brett? Brett.
Brett,
I'm sorry,
yeah,
not
Mr.
Greg.
Mr. Brett. And he said, we were just talking about hardcore, and he said, I was hardcore in 81.
Right.
And I said, you were hardcore in 92,
That's true.
brother.
Damn.
That's true.
Generator,
Pretty
man.
good.
But
Crazy.
he meant I was the
Yeah.
first wave,
Yeah.
baby.
He's Valley.
Did he come on the show?
Valley. He went to the Rancid Green Day show.
Oh, so you weren't publicly talking to him?
No, it's
Privately
private.
talking to him. So you're probably making it up.
Yeah.
He does that.
Never happened.
He really does that.
I'd be lying.
As I said, I've been making up everything I've been saying.
Take it away.
Black
So-
Sails.
In the Sunset.
First, there was an EP, but
Yeah.
True.
Jade,
you guys in the EPs. I love it.
Jade's in the band now.
Yeah.
This changes everything.
Yeah, Mark leaves.
This is like
Yep.
the AFI sound
Yep.
is reborn here.
Yeah.
When I say
The
Black
AFI sound is born. It's
Yeah.
reborn and born, and,
Yeah.
and it's born in that what the majority of people associate AFI with is born with.
and these four people are in the band.
Yeah.
Like, and does it feel like, okay, finally I've got this is it?
Yeah, I mean, it felt wonderful creating. The sound was, as you can see, unlike anything we had done before, and it really felt that we were able to achieve more artistically than we had ever been before, express ourselves in ways that we wanted to, that we'd never expressed before. There was so much tumult within the band in those years prior to Jade that could have pushed and pulled the band in different directions, and directions that I didn't necessarily want to go in. It wasn't artistic differences that made the guys leave. That wasn't the reason. I would let those men tell you what they were, but they wouldn't cite that. If they did, it wouldn't be true. But
how collaborative is this turning point, or is this
hugely.
Jade being like, guys, trust me?
No, hugely collaborative.
Okay.
We were talking about it today. He has a chord that starts
his
on
chord,
the Jade chord. It's like a bar chord, kind of some open strings, and that
it's the Halloween chord.
That to me is the guitar sound of the band from then on.
So as I had mentioned, Adam and I had known Jade for years, and I knew what a phenomenal songwriter he is, and what a phenomenal guitarist he is. And when it came time that we needed a guitarist, I said, can we try to get Jade? And at the time, he had already moved to Berkeley. He was going to UC Berkeley.
Was he living with you?
He was living in that tiny room below the stairs. Okay. So I would stay elsewhere.
Okay.
While he was staying there, and so Adam and I spoke with Hunter and said, "Can we try this guy, please? You got to trust us on this." And he said, "Yeah, sure." So I remember asking Jade on the balcony of that frat house cum squat that we all lived in Berkeley on Channing.
You want to be in the band?
Yeah. No, we were both on the balcony.
Oh, that's beautiful.
We were probably both on the balcony because someone else was sleeping on the floor. Skinhead Rob lived there for a while. Various people would live on the floor of that room. But yeah, I remember the first time we wrote together for Black Sails. It was beneath the stairs. He was sat on my box spring that I slept on beneath the stairs, and I was sitting on the floor, and he had his acoustic guitar, and he came with an idea.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah. Malleus?
Yeah, it was Malleus. And he played, it was just the chorus, and he had, "We all began to burn." He had that lyric too, so I didn't write that word.
Oh, wow.
That was his. He doesn't get credit for that lyric. He sang "We all began to burn,"
but he didn't go aha, and that's why you get the credit.
He did not. But I took that lyric, moving from that lyric, then said, "Autumn's flame dances in my eyes," and we fill that in, and then from there. But we had it's interesting. Silver Bleeds the Black Sun, which we'll get to probably, which is AFI's current record. We had a pointed conversation about what we wanted that record to be.
Musically or emotionally, or
musically.
Okay.
And thereby emotionally. Yeah. But not lyrically.
Okay.
I take no advice. I ask for no input on the lyrics. Yeah. I'm sure much is needed.
Except for the chorus.
Except for the one.
Malleus,
Oh, well, to be fair, but we could get that, but we'll get to that. But oh shit. Okay, I forgot what I was saying, but now I remember. We had a very pointed conversation about the path we were going to take on the creation of the new AFI record. Mm-hmm. I think the only and other time that anything was expressly said about what we were going to do with AFI was when Jade Puget joined the band. He sat down, and before we wrote, or maybe it was on that same day that he brought Malleus, but he said, "Hey, how would you feel about putting a little bit of melody back into the songs? I kind of miss that." And I said, "Cool." So that's
as melody back.
If you listen to "Shut Your Mouth,"
it's much less.
yeah.
actually less.
Oh,
noir.
okay. I thought you were talking about Silver Blades of Black. And I'm
sorry.
whoa.
So, but that's the distance. So the only other time, so
Right.
Black Sails
Yeah.
has something in common.
So this is
Gotcha.
Jade as a fan.
with this is
being
Jade
like,
as a fan. In
God,
fact, he might have even said that.
Fascinating.
He might have even said as a fan. But I needed no convincing simply because I was so familiar with his ability and so familiar with his background that I just knew whatever that meant to him was going to be something good. You also have
It
to
was great.
understand that when Jade Puget was saying, let's add some melody back in, I know he means Husker Du and Make It Ray Gun and
right.
you know, and Bad Religion and the Descendants, and not something nefarious that was happening at the time in a world that some people use punk to describe.
Right.
Sure. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We speak often about
I just want
the musical evils in the world
Oh,
that
okay,
exist.
okay.
You know?
Yes.
This record, speaking of melody, has kind of your first real ballad with God Called In Sick Today.
Oh, right. It
You
is.
know?
I mean, a ballad is
You know what I mean.
technically a love song.
Okay.
But yes,
Sonically.
Sonic ballad, yeah.
Yes, a slow, melodic.
pretty,
Thank you.
sad.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you. Oh, it was my favorite song on the record. I
Yeah,
couldn't believe
okay,
it. Well, to be honest, yes, that and Clove Smoke were
Hmm.
to me, those were the most exciting songs on those records to me, and to this day are probably still my favorite songs on that record. As I said, I don't go back and listen, so I haven't listened to Black Sails in a long time.
It's good. It's still good.
Thank you.
We listened
I
to it
appreciate
today.
We did.
I know I like that record.
Okay.
You should. You should.
And it's not something that, like, if that wasn't so utterly dangerous for me to sing, and if I weren't so terrified of being unable to sing ever again, I wouldn't be adverse to playing those songs more. I don't dislike those songs. And don't get me wrong, I don't really need to go play fast screaming songs, but I'm not.
But you still like fast screaming songs. Do you?
I don't know. I know you just said that, and I know that's countering just what I said. Though I still have a relationship with those songs.
Yeah.
I don't know that I guess I like. Yes, I like fast screaming songs. I guess if I have a, to be clear, if I have an emotional relationship with them, then yes. So when I mentioned I listen to Marky Ramone's radio show, which is a lot of fast, aggressive songs, all of which I'm always excited to hear. Because I have an emotional relationship with them.
And you're so physical media minded still, even at this time. You just said God Called In Sick Today is your favorite song on the record.
Yeah.
You have no hesitation putting it at the end.
Oh,
and,
is it perfect?
and like that's how
closing.
music could work.
Right. Well, because we still to this day, coming from how we grew up,
He's hitting it.
He's in it.
it's hitting the notes.
It's coming.
Coming from how we grew up, we experienced records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Experience.
So
We
experienced
talk about
records.
this all the time.
I am hesitant to talk about it because I don't want to be the old man.
No,
But-
just about the composition of a record,
Right.
And how sad it is that first track is kind of your de facto single, last track is kind of forgotten about. You know, it's
Where
sad.
you're supposed to put the thing that makes them want to start it over at the end.
Yeah.
Midnight
It's-
Sun, you hid at the end
We
there. hid.
hid Midnight Sun, yeah.
'Cause you could.
Because we could. Hidden tracks for fun.
Yeah.
We did it because it was fun,
Yeah.
And the records were an entire story, if not a literal story, if not a step-by-step narrative. It was a body of music that worked together, and records are what made us want to make music. Records, full
Fuck
length
singles. We don't-
records.
who cares?
We have
Yeah.
favorite records, and sometimes those records were actually compilations, and we didn't know they were
Yeah,
records.
right, of course.
Actually, I said that without really thinking of one in particular. But if you, is it Convenience or Death? Do you know the Stead Kennedys compilation?
I didn't actually know that was a compilation.
Yeah, it's a compilation.
The
Right, Colin?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
It's
yeah,
a
I think
collection
I found
of
out,
singles and
I found out a
EPs?
few
Negative
years
approach
after.
to-
Then yeah,
That's
it's singles collection, or like the Minor Threat
Demise,
singles.
Backlash, you know. You know all about that one.
Oh man, I was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm embarrassed.
No, that's not.
But the Minor Threat singles collection.
Yes.
Yeah,
Singles
of
collection.
course.
I thought
Nobody
that was a Minor Threat
thinks of
record.
that.
record, yeah.
Cassette, to be clear, in my hands, it was a cassette. I didn't have.
Bulldoze
it
the final beatdown.
Yeah.
You know. Black Sails is this beautiful new collaborative experience with Jade. How do you feel at the time just listening back to the record the first time? It's a completely different experience from any AFI.
Oh, I loved it.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a tendency historically to just release things we love.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel, I was so attached to what we were creating. I'm always very, very attached, very, very attached to the music we create. And thereby, by the time it's done, it's something that I'm just really happy with and so excited to have people be able to listen to and hopefully relate to in some way. That record, people didn't know what to do with it. People were
Black
really...
Sails.
Oh.
I could see that at the time.
Oh, it was. Like...
But now it's the turning point.
It relatively quickly turned into the fan favorite record. But when it came, the record label owner was like, quote unquote, I don't get it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't get it.
All Hallows.
Moving on.
All Hallows. Well, the record label owner got All Hallows because he covered a song off of All Hallows.
Yeah, he really did. Played it in a movie.
Yeah, put it in a movie.
AFI put out 2 EPs and an LP all in 1999. The last one being the All Hallows EP.
Okay. Those are so Fire Inside was 99 too?
The Black Sails EP.
Oh, but that's cheating.
Yeah.
I'm counting it. It's just crazy to
There is a B-side on it, right?
There's a B-side on it.
Who knew?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't either.
But
Sounds like you do.
I don't.
Speaking more to the mindfulness of putting out physical media, putting stuff out, having something going. All Hallows feels like, I have this question, I hope it makes sense. Was it written as a standalone in its own right? Was it written as a follow-up to Black Sails? Or was it written as a prologue to The Art of Drowning? Because I could see each one of those things being...
Artwork is very more in line with Art of Drowning.
Boy Who Destroyed the World could have,
So it wasn't as strategic as that.
Okay.
It was just an exercise in fun.
Okay.
The secret fourth answer.
If I must choose one of the two, which I needn't, but I will, it would be a preface, if anything, but only because it was just further along in what we perceive to be time and growth. And so at the time that I suggested, hey, why don't we try to write an EP and put it out for Halloween?
Right. So put a thing out, ping for
Halloween. Something which I kind of regret. I mean, we were just having fun.
Sure. And now you're a Halloween band.
Now we're a Halloween band forever.
Really?
Certified autumn music forever.
Love Halloween.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But did not suspect that if we put... You got to remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so the label, again, the villainous label. Didn't want to do it, right? Because they're working in the world of producers and, whatever. And we want to behave like we have always behaved, which is punk. Fun, music, 7-inch, do what you feel like, right? Hey, we want to do this. What? Yeah, will you put it out? You're our label. Well, yeah, we just want to record four songs and okay, but we're only going to press 1,000 on vinyl, and we're not going to put it out on CD. So that gives you the tone of what was going on. But then,
and then he covers the song, puts it in the movie.
So
Tony Hawk 3 comes along.
So we write it and we put it out, and then the 1,000 blow out, and so then they repress, and then lo and behold, hey guys, we will press this on CD. Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no shit.
We'll bring them on tour and sell them like we did every record on your label, every single unit. But so it was just an exercise in good times.
These songs are so
seasonal good times. Thank you very much. That's Jade and I. So the idea was we wanted it to be done in time for Halloween.
Sure.
We wanted it to be generally seasonally themed and autumnal.
Sure.
We went to Alan Forbes, who had done the cover for Black Sails in the Sunset perfectly.
Yes. Yeah.
And said, Alan, and he said, "We got this." And here you go. There's the cover. Perfect. Great. And so we really only wrote. This was at a time when we weren't in the behavior that we are in the past decade, or possibly even a bit more, of writing far, far, far more songs than end up on a record.
Yeah.
We just wrote those songs. We wrote, I think we wrote Total Immortal first.
Okay.
No, we probably wrote Fall Children first.
I mean, that's
right. Yeah, we probably wrote Fall Children first. Jade just started that riff, and I mean, in my recollection,
I just start that riff every time I pick up the guitar.
he
you know
played,
what I'm saying?
I mean, it's a,
this is standard.
you know, that killer riff. He played the riff. I sang that thing over it, and then as I recollect, and this is probably true because this is the way we write, and this was this instance on a lot of these songs on the new AFI record that will be out this October. Called All Hallows 2 LP. The Return of the Pumpkin.
All Hallows LP.
All Hallows LP. There we
go.
Colin was right there. God, this is why you're in charge.
I got you.
Yeah, he just started playing the verse. Play the riff. I sang the thing, and then he just started, and I'm going, you know, it's one note. And one note.
Yeah.
Again, a connection to the new record. A lot of monotone on this new record.
Oh,
more
interesting.
monotone. Yeah, more monotone than before. At least I think so. That was my intention. Okay, it was intentional. Not intentional on Hallows. Just came out. But yes, what did I answer your question?
You did.
I don't know.
You did a music video for this, for Total Immortal, in your practice space, which is what I wanted to confirm. You painted a room black, and there's pumpkins on your amps.
Oh, that's our rehearsal room.
That is the
which was always
which
black.
was rumor that was just confirmed.
Which was always black. Yeah, that was a rehearsal space in West Oakland.
You look
East Oakland.
jacked
Oh, I was.
in this video.
I probably was.
Did you get into weightlifting around this time?
I started weightlifting in '97.
So you're 2 years in.
So I'm 2 years in. You know,
That's kind of the prime.
Yeah,
man.
so I'm getting in where I had to actually kind of regulate myself. So I didn't really know what I looked like because I wasn't looking at myself.
Yes.
But during our 15 minutes, when I was on magazine covers 3 years later, it was I think it was an alternative press magazine cover, but not on this record.
Okay.
On the big record.
Yep.
I saw myself and I went, "Oh, that's not what I want to look like."
Two Jack?
Too big.
Yeah. The hair was wet and straight and long.
And you're just
and like and that's I was like, "Oh, that's not it." And I think I toned it down a little bit.
Interesting.
But man, you should have seen me like 9 years ago. I look good.
I saw you.
I think I probably saw
Oh,
you.
okay, I look good. I didn't know my
I think
good
9
friend,
years ago we went to the Haunted Hayride.
the King. We did. Okay,
you were
that's
jacked
when I
as
looked
fuck.
pretty good. Yeah, the King of the Castle fame, where I lived below the treehouse. I lived below it then, and I was just about to move. He sent me a photo of me on the deck from 9 years ago. I had my Errol Flynn mustache, but I don't think it was Dream Car era. It was before Dream Car, because I've had that back and forth, but people only saw it on Dream Car. Anyways, yeah, I looked really good. I'd like to be a little bit bigger than I am now. I'm working on it, but I might have been too big then. I don't know. I don't remember. But the video,
I remember.
It's
Wax and Wayne,
these bodies we
Octo
have.
Twins.
They're breaking.
It's just
all
a funny
the time.
thing when you're a kid. I was 13, 14.
Whoa.
When I discovered this music.
oh, this music. I thought you meant when you
this-
discovered the weight pile.
And no, I discovered
I was like,
this
damn,
music
that's
video.
early on.
I was into the Misfits. Danzig was a little guy, got huge.
Yeah.
Now I find AFI, who's practicing or has a music video with pumpkins, and here's this huge, scary guy.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh well, they on this record they cover Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Where I belong.
Which
right,
was
this- I found him.
which
you know.
was the choice because we were doing a Halloween EP and we had
Naturally.
Susie, Misfits, and Aqua.
And now that's yours. Halloween's yours.
No, it's not.
Listen.
No.
You
It's
Johnny
definitely-
cashed him.
It's definitely absolutely
yeah,
not.
you-
Absolutely not.
You did? You
No,
heard
I'm
him.
telling you, Colin. I saw him do it the other night, or well, it seems like that
But
it was a couple years, 3-4 years ago. But
Halloween. You got
don't
it.
know.
You did it. It's yours.
did I change it?
Yes. You added a little. There's a little extra harmony in the last chorus.
Really?
That's
A little
yours.
bit. Oh, but no, I stole it from him.
Was it like a live thing or something?
I think I
Liveism?
took it from the Samhain version or the Solon version, if you will. good version.
But yours is
Right? This is the Halloween 2. You're giving
Yeah.
me too much
I
credit.
love
Thank
Halloween
you.
2.
I'll
Halloween
take credit
2.
somewhere else.
the edit where they just tape Halloween
Yeah.
1 back into the end.
So
Awesome.
Cool,
It's
man.
definitely just the tape cut, pasted onto the end.
It's cool.
Love it. Let's see here. I'm going to lay out a little hypothetical scenario for you here. Stay with me. I got you.
I never left you.
It's good.
He's going to leave me.
So, you're going to see Nine Inch Nails and A Perfect Circle.
You
you're
do
running-
talk to RJ.
You're running a little late.
Yeah.
You might miss A Perfect Circle.
See, that's already, we don't even know that. You're incorrect.
So,
You are correct technically.
There's a thing.
No, you're correctly correct, but we don't know we're running late. We
Okay.
think we're
Oh.
super on time, super early.
I see.
Here, I'll help.
Why don't you take over for me?
You're going to see Perfect Circle and Nine Inch Nails. You are unfamiliar with arena shows.
Yeah.
Because you're busy going to shows every weekend at Gilman Street, 300 capacity venue.
Tell me
Now
what
go ahead.
happened from here.
Okay. I want to hear you set it up.
You want to hear me set it up?
It sounds like I don't because I keep correcting you, but I'm going
You
to let
get there and you're like, oh no,
Yeah.
we'll never get in time to see A Perfect Circle.
Yep.
But your friend RJ
Yep.
notices a guy in the front, near the front of the line,
Yeah.
is wearing an AFI shirt.
No
Yeah.
shit.
What would you do in that scenario?
Fuck, Colin, it was fucked up, man. So, you know the story, right, Bo?
No,
no,
this
I
is
didn't
all
tell
new to me.
Oh, okay. So check
He
it out.
keeps
So
this
that's
from me.
So that's the case. And, do you know the year?
No, I think it was 99.
Yeah, I
Around
think you're
there.
right because it was the Fragile, right?
Yeah, so like
Oh, it sounds right.
your discography is deep by 99.
yeah.
What's
got some
important to
options.
me about the year? Well, Perfect Circle existed.
Yes.
So we're talking 99, 2000. Actually, it might have been whatever. That's where we're talking
Right
about.
around.
This is particularly important soon.
Okay.
What year it's not.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is not 1996, which at that time was 10 years prior, not 3 years prior.
Right.
Right, because we're children.
Exactly.
We're not children, but we're young men. I don't know how old I am. Let's not keep books. I'm walking up with RJ and Shallon Line Peter. Mm-hmm. And we see the line to get into the show, aka the rock concert,
Yeah, the concert.
at the arena
Yeah.
with 20,000 people. I couldn't tell you the last time any of us had gone to a venue that big, so we don't know how it works. So we don't know that if you are told, which we were, that say Perfect Circle goes on at 8, that if you show up at 7:30,
Probably ain't happening.
you're going to miss the entire show.
Yeah.
We didn't know that.
Yeah.
You're not getting in. This was not our lifestyle.
Okay.
If you showed up to a show half an hour before the band went on, you have all sorts of time
Yeah.
to get in, buy 3 pieces of licorice for 25 cents, go see the show.
So what could you possibly do in this scenario?
Well, one would think nothing, Colin.
Yeah. What?
Unless your friend RJ noticed that some young man
Yeah.
at the front of the line who is going to get in to see A Perfect Circle, and we are not because we have to go to the back of thousands and thousands of people, which we confirmed. Is this the ticket holder line? Yes. Fuck.
Yeah.
Is wearing the AFI I Hate Punk Rock T-shirt.
I have that shirt.
It's a good shirt.
Do you have it?
Oh yeah. With the little skull guy in the,
The little
front
skull
with the devil
guy
eye.
and I Hate Punk Rock
on the back.
on the back, which was both sardonic and literal at the time, due to what people perceived punk rock to be in 1996 when we made that shirt.
Got you.
He's wearing that shirt, and RJ looks at me, and he looks at him, and he says, "Hey man, you know it's me. You know who's talking to you. A man of ethics, a man who's on the right side of everything, including perception of fame,
Yeah,
the use of fame, the use of celebrity,
Sometimes it's got to be done.
the deification of celebrity, special privileges for people who do not deserve them."
Sex cult leaders.
And he says for sex cult leaders, and he says to me, "You have to do it." And I said, "Do what?"
Yeah.
He said, "You have go ask the kid in the AFI shirt if we can cut." I'm like, "No, absolutely not." He said, "I'm making this okay for you. I'm telling you you're allowed to do this for us. Do it for me." Whoa. do it for your friends, get your friends. We're going to miss a perfect circle. And I think RJ and Shallon had not seen them yet. Maybe. I know I had
So it would
seen
be
them.
that you were making them miss a perfect circle, really. It
No,
didn't
this was not a
intervene.
threat. No, this was he was not cornering me. He was just beseeching me and trying to use reason. And again, to be clear, this is something he would never encourage, never encourage such similar behavior in any other circumstance. And I said, okay, fuck, all right. So I go up to the young man in the A Fire Inside, I Hate Punk Rock t-shirt. Now, mind you, as you have pointed out, as you gentlemen have pointed out, I have, over the years, pretty much always had a very distinctive look.
Sure. A few.
If someone is familiar with AFI per se,
You're going to be the one they recognize.
and
Maybe.
they would know who I am if they listen to AFI. And yet, hey man, I say to the young man in the Fireside t-shirt, I'm sorry to do this to you. We're gonna miss a perfect circle. You know,
It's me.
can we cut? And he goes, no. And I go, oh, what do I do? Fuck, this is even worse. This fucking sucks. This is the fucking worst. Fuck you. And RJ's like, what? And I go, and RJ says, do you know who he is? Kid goes, no.
Oh.
And I go, now I'm like, what?
Hold on.
Wait, what? And RJ goes, he's the singer of that band. No, you're not.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No sold it.
So awesome.
No, you're not.
Whoa.
So remember, this is 1999.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this person is wearing an AFI shirt,
That's hard to get.
and it's in 1999.
Incredibly intentionally purchased.
The only place you're getting that is at an AFI show.
Right.
So ostensibly, he has seen an AFI show.
Oh, yeah.
Seen you.
Okay.
So how can you possibly...
I don't know. And
Convince
that's where
this-
I'm at now.
but-
Now I'm mad.
Yeah.
And I go, what? Yes, I am. And he says, no, you're not. And I say, oh my God. Oh my God. Now I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Now I'm
mad.
Now I'm mad,
Yeah.
and this is confusing, and you made me do this. and
Nobody's
it's
ever
not
told you
working,
that you
but
weren't you.
it's taken a terrible turn.
Yeah.
And I say, what do you mean? How do you know what? How do you what? And he goes, prove it. And I go, what? Meanwhile, girl in front of him goes, you guys can cut with us. And I go, thank you. I go, prove it how? he goes,
Yeah.
He goes, sing me something. And I go, absolutely not. And RJ goes, sing him something. And I guess the girl hasn't said this yet. And I go, no way, I'm not fucking singing for you. And he goes, can't cut then. I'm like, fuck. He goes, you can cut if you sing me something and prove that you're him. Him.
Capital
Him who?
H.
Him who?
Capital H.
And RJ's like, sing him a fucking song. And I go, ugh. I'll recite the lyrics. If I recite the lyrics, that proves that I know all the lyrics of the song, right? He goes, fine. I go, what song? Cruise Control. Couldn't do it now.
Oh, yeah.
Could not recite the lyrics of that now, but then I could recite the lyrics for Cruise Control, which it was at that point where the recite the lyrics, sing a song that the woman in front of him said, you could cut with us, but I did recite the lyrics.
You didn't sing.
Did not sing.
You're not a monkey. You're not some dancing monkey.
I'm just not your
You're just
grinder
trying to see a
monkey.
perfect circle.
I'm just trying to see a perfect circle, which we did. And the sweet young woman in front let us cut.
Oh,
and
thank
that
God
little
for her.
fucking prick didn't get to hear me
hope
sing.
he's
Not
watching
that
this.
he would have recognized it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, do you believe it?
Poser.
So one must presume it wasn't his shirt.
It was a gift.
I think that's correct.
It was like, hey man, I'm going to see Nine Inch Nails. You got a shirt I can wear?
You got a shirt
Yeah.
with a skull on it.
Yeah.
Do you have
Yeah.
a black shirt?
Yeah, that kind
That's
of
what
makes sense.
happened.
That kind
So it was somebody's black shirt.
Well,
Probably
thank you
a
for
sister
sharing.
with good
I know that
taste.
was a tough moment, and I appreciate you
That's horrible.
No problem.
giving it to us. The Art of Drowning.
Yeah, moving on. 2000.
Okay.
This is the beautiful continuation of the foundation you've laid with Black Sails. You're letting people know this is us.
Okay.
First chart.
First
You
chart.
charted.
crazy.
That is crazy, like, for the time.
Fucking crazy. Could not believe it. I was here in the studio on Cahuenga making the Son of Sam record when we got news, which I don't know, someone must have called me. Do we have email yet? I certainly couldn't get, I didn't have
2001?
AOL was definitely around.
But okay, so I certainly did not have a computer.
A courier broke the news.
How did I get someone? Yeah, some sort of
Someone
bird,
broke
some
it.
friendly
Yeah.
bird.
Extra.
Yeah.
I must have gotten a phone call.
Yeah.
But yeah, we charted, what was it? Do you guys know?
174.
174. I was going to
And
say
that-
163.
It peaked at number 9 on Heat Seekers.
It's crazy.
That was so hard to do.
Yeah, now it's much different.
You can heat seek now.
Now it's
easier.
even harder to do. Now it's even harder to do, but then it was equally as hard, actually. Kind of.
So how did that-
It's polarized.
How did that feel?
Fucking shocking.
Was it a sea change? Like, in the camp, were you guys like, oh,
No. It wasn't a sea change, but we were shocked. It was beyond anything we had ever considered.
aha.
It was with the right week at the right time. We never considered such a thing. It was really cool. We were like, that's fucking really cool. Okay.
Record-
Yeah,
Onward.
can you talk about making Art of Drowning? What comes to mind? Emotions you feel?
So
about
we
it?
went to
This was not Andy Ernst. This is first record without him in a while. Is that true?
well, we had done the second record without Andy Ernst, so we went back to Andy.
Uh-huh.
And then why I don't know why we decided.
Label insistence.
I
What
think
could it
probably
be? They seemed to insist.
that's a whole thing. So we recorded at I'm blanking now. This is embarrassing. Where did we record Art of Drowning? This is a legendary studio.
Of course.
In Oakland. Not of course. I mean, we got to record, I'm really embarrassed that I can't remember the name of the studio, but it's where Creedence recorded all the records.
Oh, hell yeah.
And as well as Jawbreaker Do You was recorded there, and Out Come the Wolves. It was someplace that we had never thought we'd ever be able to afford to record. So in defense of the label, they fronted the money for us to go record there for probably 2 weeks. And I think,
Brutal.
it's rough.
We're going to hope
Remember the hardcore conversation we had at the beginning?
That's a hardcore show?
We're not that.
We're not that. I know.
We're reverse Heyo.
We should be reversed that. Yeah, that's right.
We're go.
We're O.
we're
Yeah.
good.
Oh, we're definitely
We're oh hey. Oh hey. Okay. But we digress.
Yeah.
We recorded there, which was a big deal for us. It was cool to be in that room recording. And I remember Lava Rock. It was very set in the 70s still, and it was the first time we had enough budget to go there. But again, we weren't there for very long. I don't remember much monumental about it. I think we were unhappy with the first mix. It sounded a little too much like Iron Maiden.
Oh, wow.
Our producer had a rock history, I think a big rock history, that maximal rock, and that wasn't something we were really trying to do at the time. When I listen back to that record, it's a very interesting record to listen to. We did not. At least I did not. I don't think any of us really recognized at the time how odd the record was. And when it came out, people were making Motley Crue comparisons.
That's so bizarre.
Oh, but they weren't negative Motley Crue comparisons so much. It was like little bits of press. I think it was my voice. If you listen to my voice on that record, I go, oh yeah, I do sound quite a bit like Vince Neil.
Vince is up there.
It's such timely context though, because you look back at that now compared to just the whole discography. And
Right, it was just a natural progression
Yeah,
of
100%.
where we were coming from.
So this record has some of our collective favorite songs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Nephilim, Wester,
Banger.
Sacrifice Theory. Love to talk to you about Sacrifice Theory.
I'm
and
going to have to remember it. Okay.
It's Whoa, go!
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would love just to know if that was inspired by Queen Wasp.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Things I've wondered for over 20 years.
On my part.
Beautiful.
It's thievery.
Oh,
Beautiful.
That's what we do.
Thievery.
Also on this record, is Days of the Phoenix.
Yes.
Every time I have seen AFI play in Chicago, every single time,
Yes.
you will, before you play the song,
Yes.
you will say, "This takes me back to the Fireside Bowl."
Oh.
I would just love to hear your thoughts on the Fireside Bowl. We just did an episode, A Day Around
We went
Chicago,
there.
where we ended there.
You know what's interesting? Is that what I say?
Every single time I've seen you.
Okay.
Riot Fest, the most recent time.
Okay, I say that before Days of the Phoenix. Could I have played Days of the Phoenix at the Fireside Bowl? Didn't we stop playing the Fireside Bowl before Days of the Phoenix?
I'm sure you did. I think it's
Right.
because of what the song
sentiment
is
of the song.
about.
Okay, good. Because I'm calling bullshit on myself. Not,
No. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, well, you're misspeaking, sir. How could that? You didn't play the song. But yeah, the sentiment of the song does speak to that era. That era, because the era that is being, to be honest, it really, the lyric in Days of the Phoenix, I'm referencing an era even long before we ever played the Fireside Bowl in an era where we were just quite young, before, possibly even before AFI formed. Just, you know, kids of the show.
Yeah.
But
Everyone was dancing.
yeah,
Everyone was dancing.
that's correct.
You bet
I
your
meant
ass.
that.
Yeah.
And I meant everyone was dancing. We'd already reached a point in our lives where very specific people that were coming to mind in the writing of that song, when I was saying everyone was dancing, what I was also saying was some people stopped dancing. People have stopped dancing. Which no one has ever really, I've never said that before because no one's ever really talked to me about the lyric. You also have to remember that all these records that we're talking about right now, no one ever talked to me about these records. Like, the only time that I ever talk about these records are, you know, to misuse the word posthumously, but is retrospectively or
Yeah.
retroactively.
Yeah.
There was no press.
Press. Right.
There was no press until Sing the Sorrow. There was an occasional fanzine, which got slightly less infrequent as time went on.
Yeah.
But not a lot of hard-hitting journalism in those fanzines.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of what is your favorite, a lot of Coke or Pepsi. Neither. Olipop.
Do you have
I do love it, though.
any thoughts about the Fireside? Anything that come to mind?
Yes, I feel like my sense of playing the Fireside is likely exaggerated in that I feel that we've played there probably a lot more than we had.
There's a lot of videos.
One of those,
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Okay.
a few.
There's a few.
It's funny, I was thinking of the Fireside bathroom the other day.
Oh, boy,
which is
does
a
it-
nightmare.
It smells as bad as ever.
Hey, it's all right now.
It might have been today. Oh, I'm sure it's been okay for
they
years,
fixed it.
but like
It is identical.
we knew. Really?
The
Is there a light?
The stage is still there. There is a light. They've upgraded
Okay,
something.
because you know what, I'm not going to do that. Why am I talking about this?
Yeah.
There were great things about the Fireside Bowl. My other vivid memories of the Fireside Bowl were at the drive-in playing the matinee, who we were friends with and big fans of the time. When we met at the drive-in, we fell apart.
Marked out.
Fell apart. We played a show in a cornfield, somewhere in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of a cornfield, no exaggeration, and indoors, but in the middle of a cornfield. And at the drive-in, this band called At the Drive-In went on before us on the floor. We're all playing on the floor. The band before them sounded like Snapcases. Every band past the middle of America toward the east did
Right.
at the
dark
time.
times.
And then at the drive-in, and we talked to him afterward. We had to play after. And we're like, this sucks. I cannot believe we have to play after you. They're like, oh no, we're gonna watch you guys. I'm like, can we trade every piece of our merch for every piece of your merch?
Wow.
And they're like, sure. We're like, oh my God, you guys are getting ripped off.
And is this like what?
96?
Okay.
Okay.
96.
Sure.
So
They've yet to explode.
they had oh yeah. They had just released the EP. They had one full length on Flipside and one EP. I think it might have been El Gran Orgo.
Okay.
That was all they had. So I remember being on tour after that and knowing that At the Drive-In were playing, but not our show, which was very sad. Maybe it was a day off. We didn't have days off, but I saw At the Drive-In there, which was great to, you know,
Beautiful.
like me and
You never forget
9 people
that.
watched At the Drive-In perform as one of the best bands of our generation, of our lifetime. And then the other most memorable thing was the Really Dangerous set that we played where I kept getting electrocuted.
Oh
So
yeah.
are you blonde in this set?
Couldn't tell you. Possibly.
There's a great video where you're
That
blonde.
one's awesome.
I can't really place it's certainly possible because I know when I was blonde, and
Sure.
then we definitely played there
yeah,
during those years. And
Microphone was shocking you?
yeah, the microphone kept shocking me pretty badly. And then during the set, both Hunter and Mark put tuning pegs through either their own heads or each other's heads,
Okay.
which Hunter did later to me. Hunter did. Hunter didn't do it, but Hunter's tuning peg went through my head in Connecticut.
Through your head.
And like
Yeah, that
into,
happens.
into my head, and the sound it makes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bleeds. But yeah, they were covered in blood. Stage left and stage right, covered in blood. Me kept getting electrocuted. I want to say that's the same show that Mark went through the wall, because he would run up the wall, and he was a big man.
Mm-hmm.
And he at one of those shows he put his foot went through the wall. It wasn't like Kool-Aid Man. A
Stuff.
reference that all of you got.
Yeah, no, they know.
Wait, does Kool-Aid Man still exist?
No, he's
Is he
out
still
there.
going
He's
through
around. The
walls?
kids
He's crushing.
Someone showed me that fucking internet trend. Did you see this?
Which one?
People are doing that. Kids are doing that.
Kool-Aid Man?
Kids are running through walls. It's fucking cool. And I don't know that they are or aren't punks, but it's not at a show.
Just straight drywall.
Just mob.
It's
hard
on the
to do.
internet. Someone showed it to me. Kids mob up and run through walls.
Oh.
Sounds
If you're
awesome.
out, keep doing what you're doing. Keep
sounds
fighting the
great.
good fight.
Yeah.
We need you.
Yeah, that's correct.
Quit dancing. Quit learning the Renegade. Run through the walls. Rob a CVS.
What's the Renegade?
It's just,
I want to know.
Davey.
Educate me. I don't know what the Renegade is. I know what picking up changes.
No, this is not.
It's
I don't
not
want you
that.
to know what the Renegade is.
Okay,
It's like a TikTok.
we're moving on. Oh, I thought it was a new dance that I did.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
It's not,
because
a,
I
it's
saw.
not a pit maneuver.
I believe it was RJ who, or maybe Randy, beautiful man, and broke my nose. I think he liked it when he got his nose broken. I don't know. He keeps talking about it. He showed me a video of a modern hardcore band that's, you guys would probably know, that's played Madison's Sound of Fury.
Yeah.
Down tempo
Yeah.
and political, and I
torture.
the drummer sings.
Oh
Torture,
yeah, it's
exactly
had to be
it.
torture.
This is not the Renegade.
My kids are army crawling across the stage.
Yeah.
Oh,
This
yeah.
did not happen when I was a young man. The army crawl across the stage on stage, that was not a thing.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
Okay, I'm not mad at it.
Really?
Well, listen, this form of dancing that we all participate in
Yeah.
It's
is ridiculous.
It's the silliest looking thing.
It's absurd.
But it's the coolest.
Okay.
You know?
The coolest
At
thing
the
is-
as ridiculous as it is, now
Yeah.
it's drawing so many people to hardcore music. Because,
I mean, it has
and
since.
everybody's seeing it around the world and just being like,
I sat in there. Okay, here's the thing, and I know you don't have the answer to this question, but I sat in there, which is Brain Dead Studios, where our maker Ian Mackay was doing a talk with Kevin Seconds, also who of course founded a lot of what we're dealing with.
100%. Yeah.
I've actually seen some numbers that might point to 7 Seconds as being the first hardcore band, and maybe not the Germs.
I've heard that claim.
We could look at those numbers, but in there they were taking questions, and I had a question, and I still have this question, and I pose this question to any old people who are watching who need to be older than me. I want to know, in regards to the absurdist, hopefully tongue-in-cheek to an extent, extremely violent yet not dangerous form of dancing that we do if done in the right way and not the wrong way, which we will call kickboxing, where we call it moshing.
yeah.
I want to know how and why and when. Where did it start? Where geographically did it start? What year did it start? What kid was doing it? Why were they doing it? Was it clowning? Was it, hey, what, Johnny Mozzarella was a
He was
gymnast.
fucking shit up.
He was a gymnast. Or Joey Beefcake, he was a kickboxer, or he was a kung fu. Like,
We've heard a few different.
you might have the answer.
might have the answer.
truly.
Talk to me.
So the person who many credit
Stop it.
As the-
I'm so glad I brought
as
this
the
up.
first spin kicker, the first like true karate mosher, was Sob from Marauder.
On the floor?
And Chaka from
and
Burn.
Chaka from Burn.
Those are the two who are alleged the karate guys.
What year are we talking about?
90.
It would have been before Burn.
It has to be in the 80s.
You think they're doing the karate in the 80s?
I feel like someone must have been doing it in the late 80s for it to
It might
spread
have-
across the country so widely by the early 90s, right?
We've also heard that.
Are we talking about on the dance floor?
Yes,
yeah.
on the
dance floor.
In New York?
Yes, and we did an episode with Carl Buechner,
Yeah.
who alleges that they see Marauder and they're like, this is it, this is the coolest shit ever.
Okay.
And they take that moshing with them across the country.
Marauder does.
No, Earth Crisis.
Earth Crisis.
They're so
Okay.
inspired by it that
Right.
they take it everywhere.
Earth Crisis is saying
That they're on
Adam
record
Marauder
as saying
Yes,
Sob
they see
is the
that.
guy.
They see
And
Sob do that.
Saab's doing it on the floor?
Yes.
Have we spoken to Saab?
No, he's
He is
passed
since
away,
passed.
sadly.
When did Saab pass? Forgive me.
Late-
Early
early
2000s.
Okay.
And then Jorge
Clearly, I am unfamiliar with Marauder.
Jorge
Yes,
from
I've
Marauder
heard.
has also said that they started the karate stuff to protect themselves from the skinheads
There we go.
who were moshing hard as shit. So they're like, I got to do something crazy. So this
to
guy
keep
doesn't
them
hit
away.
me.
Now
Yeah.
that tracks
I
with
love this.
like Henry.
I
which
love this.
Said that when he went to California for a little bit, learned kind of harder dancing, and then
Slam.
went back.
Yeah.
Sure.
to
But
BC when everybody's still pogoing.
certainly that was a different looking thing. though.
Totally
That
different.
is not it.
But you can see the trajectory, is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Of course, I see the
Right.
trajectory.
You're just wanting to find this one peak of
the
But right, you
skank,
see the
you know?
trajectory, but it's violent, yes,
Yeah.
but it does not have a choreography.
Yeah.
sure.
In fact, it splits very decidedly in
Big
that
time.
regard because I guess there's a little there's a little bit of flow in what was called the skank, not to be confused with dance hall
style,
skanking,
yeah.
Right.
but was still kind of was taken from skanking,
Yeah.
and infused into slamming.
As popular as ever.
But the high kicks and the jump kicks. Wow, thank you.
It's beautiful
That
stuff.
that
That's
seems
a passion of our
that
great
makes
passion.
sense.
We talk about this a lot.
That makes sense.
We ask a lot of the old heads, particularly when we were in New York, who did this
Oh,
first?
fucking awesome. Okay, that's great news. But
Now-
90s, okay, interesting.
So Son of Sam comes along.
Right.
Does this come out of the Danzig Samhain
Yes.
shows that
yeah,
you did?
Yeah, absolutely.
So London, Steve,
Yeah.
and Todd
Yes.
are just enamored with you and
wow,
think.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. That's very kind.
How could they not be?
I like that. Keep on. Go.
So you make this record.
Do you need a place to stay tonight? I know you're from Chicago. Do you want
He's
some
with me.
spaghetti?
He's with me.
I'll make you spaghetti.
I've been told directly that before the record was done, you had made the decision not to play any shows.
Possibly.
Interesting.
So this is just obviously
possibly.
we know now that like this gets you a one click away on the Misfits Wikipedia page, and that's what's cooler than that, you know?
Well, Glenn is on the record.
Exactly.
Right, but I wasn't there when he recorded it. Yeah,
So
I wasn't in the studio.
Frustrating.
so many great songs on this. What was this experience like? Why did you make the decision to?
We were on tour with Samhain and Danzig, which was a dream, and that was Black Sails era, I believe, which, by the way, was really, really fun. Everyone was really kind, and, we're out there touring with people who very much inspired us.
Was there any like Halloween, huh? Anything like that?
Like
from you,
nice
Glenn?
riff, pal.
No.
Oh.
Interesting.
No. So to be fair, I only encountered Glenn thrice, as I recall, on the tour. But every time he was very kind to me. I asked him about vocal health because that was something that was really important to me. And actually I was yet to go into the hospital. That would be a couple of years later, but I talked to him. That was my most memorable conversation with him, was about vocal health. I had met him, Frank Vicario from Snapcase. You didn't bring up that Frank was in AFI.
Wow.
Oh.
Didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, technically. Technically, Frank was the bass player of AFI.
Wow.
We can get back to that if you want, but Frank and I, again, I digress. Back to Son of Sam. Todd, I would hang out with Todd and London and Steve sometimes a little bit, and they'd be around, and like we didn't want to intrude or anything, but I became acquainted with them, and I think it was Todd who said, "Hey, we want to do a band that sounds like Samhain, us. do you want to sing? Well, I go, what? Glenn? Did you ask Glenn if he wants to sing?
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, Glenn doesn't want to do it. And I said, okay, well, I am absolutely honored and I would love to do that. It wouldn't be called Samhain, right? And they said, no. I get it. Okay, great. And I said, but, well, we didn't get to Son of Sam yet. They're like, we're thinking of calling it Son of Sam, which admittedly I wasn't terribly fond of, but I'm, 25 years old. These are the people who made me up. I'm not going to infuse my opinion into the name of the band, but I do say I would love to do this. I need to be certain that I have Glenn's approval, that Glenn says that is okay for him to take that on with who is currently playing as Samhain to make a Samhain record.
Totally.
And Glenn gave me the nod via them, and we made the record. I could talk more about that if you like, but I think it's very possible that I expressly said I wouldn't play any shows on it because I knew, I definitely said, hey, I'll do this, but AFI is getting busier and busier and busier, and that's my band.
We're charting. We're about to be charting.
We hadn't charted yet.
Okay.
Well, we charted when. So I agreed to do. I agreed to do the record, and then we charted while I was tracking it at those studios that are now a nightclub on Cahuenga, and we made the record. But then Art of Drowning came out, and I knew that was going to be the trajectory, and I knew I would. The way that we toured back then was hard, long and hard. So I knew I wouldn't be around. So I wanted them to know I'm not going to be able to participate. So if you want to get someone who can actually go play shows, and they said, no, do it. And that was it. And we've never played together.
No.
We'd never played together.
You never have.
No.
Last year, I got an email from London and Steve.
Right.
About restarting Son of Sam.
Right.
With my brother and I.
With you guys.
With us. Didn't end up happening, and if it ended up even moving forward a little, I did a demo of Michael. It's pretty good. But that's
you did a demo of Michael?
Yeah, that's the only singable one.
That's the song.
The rest are so high.
That's the song. I probably can't sing those other songs.
Michael's insane.
It was just a studio thing.
But I would have asked for your blessing had it come to reality. But
that is cool. Well, you have my blessing.
Cousins.
Yeah, we were the same.
Sons of Sam. And the first thing we said was, well, we should change the name because it's.
Oh, but they didn't want to do that, right?
So it was the same. Like my expressive first thought was
the same thing. Oh
man, I can't replace him.
Oh, that's madness.
Wow, that's funny.
You flat.
And they were like, well, we've never gotten to, because they hadn't. I think Steve had played in Son of Sam with an additional vocalist who did the next record.
There was another record, right?
London never played with.
Oh, okay.
So they never got to be Son of Sam together live.
That singer didn't want to do it, whoever that was. I guess not if they're asking you. Yeah, or who knows.
But that's one more piece of the puzzle that we share.
One day, we used to go. My friends and I used to stay across the street from Coachella every Coachella. Across the street. It's a very luxurious situation.
Sounds nice.
Very lucky to be across the street.
Yeah.
And so we would cross the street, and there was this path that would lead directly into Coachella. And certain years it was blocked off, and certain years it was open to the people who lived in this community that I was allowed to sneak into and stay into. I'm not one of those people. I was a hanger-on. And one year the path was open, but it was rumored that a very difficult blockade occurs at the end of the path that would send you this way that you have to go to Gen Pop to end up getting in the festival, just a beating, right? A very unfortunate no pass.
Of course.
But we weren't sure if it was true. And we got to that spot, and sure enough, there's two security guards sitting in one of those, like ATV, like cart things. And they're like, you gotta go that way. And I said, oh, we have, I don't know what we had.
Whatever.
Nothing that counted. And there was a woman and a man, and the young woman and a young man not that young. And she's like, no, you kick rocks. You gotta go that way. I'm like, fuck, it's such a bummer because it's a long way. And I'm wearing like inappropriate footwear, like for walking.
You?
Many such case.
It was a strange day. Okay. And she's like, yeah, kick rocks, Grandpa. You too, that way. And then the guy goes, are you Davey Havok? And I'm like, fuck, yes, I am. Wow. Crazy, because Coachella and is never the place where anyone's going to recognize that.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah. And he goes, oh, we'll give you a ride. You'll come this way. And she goes, what? And he goes, do you know who this is? This guy's the singer of Son of Sam.
Whoa. See?
So that got you that, you know? So
and my friend who was with me went, what is that? And I said, I'm not sure.
Wow. That's incredible. Shout out to that guy.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Number one Son of
Thank
Sam
you.
head.
He might be watching this. Thank
Yeah,
you.
could be.
Spotify Wrapped.
Thank
every
you.
year it's him.
Thank you.
Holy shit.
And he's super mad because it finally got to the part that he was waiting for. And he's like, fuck, he didn't say anything about doing Son of Sam again.
Oh.
Colin's got you.
No. I think that ship has sailed.
Look at this young
But shout out to
beautiful man.
London. What a guy.
2003.
2003.
2003.
This episode is brought to you by Mad Vintage.